Alright. Let's go ahead and jump onto the patch notes, boys. So yeah, like I said, a lot of assassins got reworked. I think most of these assassins are below. So the top ones got major reworks, but the ones below only got some number changes as far as I'm aware. Let's see what they have for Talon.
Talon's always been a sneaky dude with an irresponsibly large blade collection. He's still got the blades. The Blade Shadow has to plan his movements carefully, but when he sets his eyes on a target, ain't no terrain high enough to keep him from getting
so he just jumps over terrain, but he can't jump over the exact same terrain for a few seconds. So if he goes over a wall, he can't go over that same wall for a few seconds. I don't know. I need to know what wave clear he has and all this stuff. Oh yeah, I know you're referencing it, but I said that it looked more like an Italy than a Rengar to me. Right, it's making assassins take more time to... Oh, so is that what it is then? Is that what the assassin stuff is? Just no one-shot potential, but more interactive kind of assassination? Is that the main thing behind it? Yeah, we're not gonna watch the videos. I'm just gonna read this stuff. Let my sweet chill music run. Alright. Blah blah blah. Talons with movie boots. Alright. Yep. Movement speed up by 5, down actually, by 15. Jesus, that's a big nerf, movement speed. 15 movement speed is quite a bit. Health growth is at 5. Base attack, okay, this is kinda nice. Attack speed nerfed by a ton. This is a really big nerf to base attack speed, so yeah. He's gonna be a slow hitter for sure. Even if you build some attack speed and get like Youmuu's Ghostblade or anything, he's gonna be attacking pretty slowly. Attack speed growth increased to compensate. Alright, I guess this, yeah, this kinda evens up. No, it's still a nerf, right? It's just 0.2. Yeah. 18, it's about the same, but it's still a nerf. Because it's base. Viewer games. I might do viewer games, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about if I want to do normals or not. I never had much fun in playing normals. But then again, I don't know what else I would do today. Youmuu's doesn't give attack speed in dispatch anymore. Alright, so they changed Youmuu's as well. Yeah, the lower the base attack speed, the worse interaction it has with attack speed items or attack speed buffs. Basically, guys. Attack frame improved. Swift stabbing. Alright, I'm not sure what that means, but... Alright, so his passive... So it's a three stack interaction. Riot loves this stuff. Abilities, yeah, champions and epic monsters stacking up to 3 times. When Talon basic attacks and fully wound the target, they bleed for a large amount of physical damage over time. Okay, yeah, so you hit him with 3 abilities or whatever, or it stacks over time, and then you attack them once and then bleed for +2 bonus attack damage. That is quite a lot. Yeah. That is a lot of AD bonus from that. Jesus. This passive is gonna be nuts. Because a lot of time you're gonna be sitting with like plus, I mean, late game, you might say with like +300 bonus AD. This is like 600 off of that late game. A lot of burst. Pure games would be awesome. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll feel like doing pure games, but yeah, we'll see, boys and girls. So his passive, the scaling on this is pretty nuts. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Alright, so his Q, he leaps the target. If it doesn't leap, if it's close, if you guys are close by, it doesn't leap, but instead crit strikes for around 50%. And whenever it kills a unit, it restores health and refunds 50% of its cooldown. Okay, so it's like an Irelia Q, pretty much, sort of. No, it's not a reset, fully reset. It's like Fiora's Q, where it refunds cooldown if it hits something, but instead this has to kill something to refund the cooldown. So you want, basically you want to use this as a gap close and lane phase. You Q to a minion, you kill it, and then you Q to a champion. Yes. Alright, boys, keep the chat clean. I don't want to time out people right now. Just don't spam the chat because I want to read what people are saying. Hello, bulk dildos and Lil Tom. Thoughts on Shinshi not getting challenger this season? I have no thoughts on that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Do you have an opinion? Alright. The heal is pretty low. Yeah, this is just basically a laning phase, but this is really good. You get a 17 heal, 17 health. You get 17 health for a unit you kill, and it costs 30 mana on a 4-second cooldown if you kill a minion with it. 550 range. Wow, that's a lot of burst from melee. 240 on such a low cooldown, plus this. Man. Yeah, they're putting some pretty big numbers on Talon. This seems pretty good in a laning phase. If it's 17 health at level 1, you can just Q on any minions that you want to last hit, and you heal up a lot. So this is like such a big buff to this laning phase, I think, that you can do this. I think he's a good top laner. I think he knows, he's pretty good at all-ins, and yeah, that's about it, I think. And he just pressures split pushing all the time, pretty much. Yeah, I just started actually. I'm just reading chat as I go along with it. Yeah, we started with Talon, so we're actually really yeah, just about started with it. All right, so basically this passive is pretty busted. +2 bonus AD is a lot of scaling on it when you get a lot of AD. Yeah, this is gonna be a really strong passive. Like basically, the passive in the Q is what I've been going for so far, and Q looks like it's going to be a pretty strong laning ability. This health restore is going to help him out a lot, so it could actually be a decent top laner. Because top laners, you need good sustain or good defensive capabilities, and you also need good stat line. which they gave him a good stat line with the base AD buffs and a health growth. So it could be useful in top lane. I might try him out after the changes. Alright, W, 2 seconds to no ranks, to 9, yes, whatever it costs, okay, 2 small buffs, slow is 40% now though. Alright, so they double the duration, they double the strength of the slow, but they reduce the duration by a second. The slow only applies when the blades return. And he has a delay before it returns to Talon. Interesting. The range got buffed a lot though, so it's nice. But in this long of a cooldown, 9 seconds for a 1 second slow seems kinda weird. It's definitely a 1-point wonder with 40% in first rank. Initial damage and then return damage is higher. So the total damage is pretty decent. But yeah, this you can only gonna get 1 point in W is what it looks like. I don't think his ability is worth maxing at all. Some nice extra damage. It hits twice, so it works towards your passive. You can get 2 stacks towards your passive with Rake. Aatrox is just not good right now, except for split pushing. He's entirely good in split pushing. Like, the only thing you can do is split push. You can never regroup in the fight. Assassin's Path. This is the parkour whatever ability. Evolves over the nearest structure or terrain in target direction. The evolve speed is affected by Atlantis moving speed. Can evolve over the same section of terrain. Okay, this is fine. Second cooldown. Cooldown on terrain. Wow. That's a lot. That is a long time that you can't vault over the same period or the same terrain. That looks really shitty. Yeah, this sounds really bad. Doing it like it's so long. This is like a Shen ulti pretty much that you can't hop over the same wall, over the same terrain. I think rank should be back by tomorrow. Magic kicks. I'm not sure. This looks like way too long of a cooldown, honestly. I mean, with this, you can escape ganks really nicely, right? So I guess this kind of makes sense. Like, ganking a Talon that's hopping over walls is like impossible for anyone that doesn't have. Like, who's gonna have the same amount of like jumps to match the Talon? Like Nidalee, I guess, but not even then. So I guess this really limits his outplay potential, like gank escape potential. Like if you get ganked top lane, for example, you can just hop over any walls and then you hop over the next wall and you get back to lane. Just looking at the number, it looks really big, but then again, hopping over terrain is extremely useful, so we'll see. The Sandbox mode is coming tomorrow. Is it actually? Actually releasing the Sandbox mode tomorrow. He could go to side lanes. Yeah, I guess it's really, you have to put a limit on this because this is pretty much like a like a global ability, or just a really good escape, like gang escape ability. Alright. I guess you would max Q first. I think Q is definitely the best ability that he has. Good scaling, the heal is nice, so having a lower cooldown improves your laning phase by a lot. Yeah. Like you can just Q this onto minions if you need the health in the lane phase. So yeah, I think Q max is always going to be the way. And then between W and E, E doesn't look that great to max. I mean, it is 25 seconds off, which could be useful. But I think it's more solid to max your damage and abilities. And the ultimate, Shadow Assault. It's the same ultimate, right? The blades can be redirected to the target of Talon's first basic attack. Okay. Alright, so it's pretty much the same ultimate. W max for wave clear. The total damage got nerfed. The bonus AD got buffed for it. 270 and a better scaling on it. Yeah, I'm just thinking about top lane though. Like top lane, this looks really strong for sustain. I think for mid lane, if you really want to wave clear, then W is probably better. If you want to wave clear and then leave to roam or whatever. But for top lane, this is like a pretty good ability. Just because of the cooldown. It's really short cooldown and it has pretty strong ratio on it. Like 240 plus 1.5 in melee. It's a really strong ability for the cooldown that it has. And also the healing component seems pretty good. I'm getting 3 jackets and 2 medallions. There's no Q today, rank is down, so I'm just gonna do other stuff. Will Nasus still be good? Is he getting nerfed? I haven't really checked anything else in this patch. I'm not sure about VR games or anything like that. We'll see. But anyway, I think Talon could be a decent top lane champion. I'm looking at his passive and his Q seems really good. But I think late game to gap close, he might be kind of hard. He seems like a decent flank champion though. Like if you could build like a Bruiser Talon and you flank with your Assassin's Path, that could be it. Or not even that much Bruiser, but yeah. You can leap to a target, which is nice, but yeah, it depends on the speed on this. Because before the E was instant gap close on his old E. So it depends on how fast this is, that this champion will be good or not. I'm gonna try out Talon for top lane though. Once the patch comes out, I'll be trying top lane Talon a little bit. The notes are on Reddit. Alright, see you, Alucard. See you next time. Alright, Katarina. 80 base health. Pretty good. A lot tankier. Base health regeneration up by 3. This is really big compared to, added to this. Herlenia face is a lot stronger now. And the regen growth stat is going up by a lot. Armor up, MR up. Jesus. Herlenia phases got improved by so much. Like these stats are ridiculous actually. 590 base health with a decent health regeneration. and 28 base armor. 28 base armor, guys. That is just nuts. Added to all that stuff. Like, I'll let you guys in see. Well, Sion has like the shittiest armor, base armor. Yeah, this guy is 23. But like another traditional tank top would be like, I guess Poppy would be a good one right now. 29. She's gonna have like pretty much the same as Poppy, which is just an actual tank champion. You guys like Maokai with 28.7 and lower regeneration and lower base health than the Katarina will have now. So Katarina is gonna be, yeah, pretty strong in the laning phase. Trado Talon, he's mobile. Okay, cool. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, tank Katarina, I'm not sure. There's the dagger. Dealing damage to target, and then she picks her up, and then she can use it again, right? Cooldown's up, but then you pick it up and you reduce the cooldown on it, right? Damage is up, base amount, the ratio down. Whenever you see stuff like this with ratios being down, I immediately think about, well, like base damage is going up and ratios going down. I immediately just see Riot trying to make this champion into more like a bruiser type and less of a carry. Lower range, which means you have to be up closer. Yeah. I'm just gonna try all these champions and try to build them as bruisers. Alright, cool. This is gonna be a bruiser champion, I can already tell. Tosses dagger into the air, gains movement speed for a short duration. Okay. Is that all it does? This is just a movement speed buff on a W. It does no damage. Just it actually uses a gap closer. So whenever she picks up daggers, then she can use her stuff again, right? Picking up a dagger causes Katarina to slash all enemies. And the spin damage scales with levels. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that this champion is gonna be a bruiser champion. Like, this is gonna be a bruiser, it's not gonna be an assassin. Or well, what I'm reading at least. Like, these are such big buffs to base stats. And then they're making her scale with base damages instead of ratios. Or it's a tank meta, I'm not sure. Yeah, please just spam in the chat, guys. I don't want just mindless copy past that. Alright, just keep it clean, boys. I'm trying to use focus and passion to get it out. Okay, so this is gonna be a 1.1 there pretty much. The cooling goes down what, 0.5 seconds, and the damage is just, yeah, this does no damage. The ratio on this is pretty ridiculous though, at least. Total attack damage, it scales with base damage and not bonus damage. Then again, this is the bonus damage scaling. I don't know, this is pretty good. I mean, this is just a base 80 ratio. Yeah, she seems like a bruiser to me, honestly. She does not look like an assassin from her numbers. Jump on a target's an area around her target. Rengar? What's up with the Rengar? We'll get to it soon enough. I think it's, yeah, a couple down. She can go to daggers. She can jump to daggers. And targeting a dagger with shampoo or walking over a dagger refunds. That is a ton of cooldown. Yeah, this is just a bruiser. Like they're giving us so many gap closers to get into. Like this champion build as a bruiser is gonna be so annoying to deal with for a lot of players. A nice movement speed buff that drops a dagger which you can jump to, and then you can jump again. Yeah, it's just so annoying. Your kid just sounds like such a pain in the ass to deal with. I don't know. Katarina might be pretty crazy. Have you guys tried her out in the PvE? I would have built her as a bruiser with pretty similar build that I went for on Swain, like magic penetration stuff with haunting guys and like an hourglass and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll have full tank items, but yeah, I wouldn't get stuff like Lunatic or like a death cap, like no super carry items. Cut its OP on PvE. Alright. You can go tank, yeah, it's kind of what I'm seeing. Both Talon, I mean Talon looks, his Q and his passive look pretty good for top, but I think Katarina just seems better. And this is just number changes. I don't think it's pretty much the same thing though. So yeah, I think tank Katarina or like tanky Katarina is gonna be a pain in the ass. Haunting guys, sorcery boots, sunfire allies. Yeah, something like that with a pistol. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty annoying build. I don't know about sunfire though. It's kind of weird. But it does give you health, which is nice. Alright, LeBlanc. Health growth, 5. Alright, whatever. It's not much. Sigil. Is it the same sigil? The Q? duration 4 seconds. After a short duration, striking the target with LeBlanc's abilities detonates it, dealing magic damage. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? What does it say? Oh, it's the passive. Okay, so. Oh, okay. This is not the Q. It's just a passive. So any ability applies this, and then after a short duration, striking the target. So if you cast a spell on a target, it takes this time to detonate it, and dealing the damage. Okay. So she's not gonna blow up someone up. So if you notice you have the thing on, the sigil, you can shield it, you can heal it. So this is kind of annoying for the LeBlanc. If you want to kill someone with LeBlanc, it looks like, I mean, this is a lot of her damage too. A really good ratio and decent scaling on it. So yeah, if this can be, like, people can react to this, like him, like shielding it or whatever, just because of this thing. I guess we can look at this, because I didn't look at the LeBlanc one. I didn't watch the LeBlanc video.
LeBlanc's always been great at zipping in for fast kills, but she hasn't fully lived up to her title, the Deceiver. This preseason, she's getting some new tricks up her sleeve. With some small changes to her passive and Q, and one big change to her ult, LeBlanc can dupe opponents all over the map. Sigil of Malice is now LeBlanc's passive. Whenever LeBlanc uses any ability on an enemy, the sigil is applied. After a brief delay, striking the enemy with another ability will consume the sigil for bonus damage.
Okay, so you have to wait.
Any ability on an enemy, the sigil is applied.
Okay, now you can. Okay.
After a brief delay, striking the enemy with another ability will consume the sigil for bonus damage.
So yeah, it does affect her, like, one-shotting potential, but yeah, this is not what I thought it worked. How it worked. So you gotta wait for the thing to arm, and then you can
delay, striking the enemy with another ability will consume the sigil for bonus damage. LeBlanc's new Q is Shatter Orb. As before, she fires an orb at her target. Only now, if the target is afflicted with Sigil of Malice, the orb will bounce to any nearby sigils.
Okay, so that's the wave clear.
As before, she fires an orb at her target. Only now, if the target is afflicted with Sigil of Malice, the orb will bounce to any nearby sigils. If the target is afflicted with Sigil...
Alright, so that's their combo for team fights. W, wait,
the orb will bounce to any nearby
for a lot of damage.
Sigils.
Alright. Yeah, you got a W to get your passive off, and then you wait for your passive
orb
to arm.
As before, she fires upon herself. You're empowered sigils.
So W and E are the same, right? Because their only ability changes they're mentioning is the passive Q and R.
On to LeBlanc's ult, Mimic. Upon casting your empowered ability, LeBlanc briefly disappears, spawning a decoy on top of herself.
Alright, so this is like Wukong's W, pretty much. You disappear and you spawn a decoy, right?
Then, LeBlanc and her decoy both cast the ability together, before the decoy expires moments after.
What?
Mimic now lets you choose which ability you want to copy before casting.
Okay, so it's the same ultimate, where it lets you cast an ability, the last ability you casted, but now you can just...
herself. Then, after decoy both cast the ability together before the decoy expires moments after. Only LeBlanc's cast deals damage, but the short-lived deception can make opponents hesitate. Only LeBlanc's cast deals damage, but the short-lived deception can make opponents hesitate at a pivotal moment. Here's...
It sounds so shitty, so it does no damage. It's just... Yeah, your ultimate ability is just a decoy.
That's where things get weird.
What?
You can now mimic your own ultimate. Casting R twice creates a decoy that walks towards the nearest visible enemy champion, casting a harmless version of LeBlanc's last used ability. This
What the fuck, the mind games, but this sounds like such a weak champion, though. Like, I understand the mind games at all, but...
decoy can be summoned globally, deceiving enemies from lane...
Oh, what?
used ability. This decoy can be summoned
Global decoy. Okay, so you go missing in your lane, and then you cast a decoy. But then again, people would know how long you've been missing for. So this is only useful if you go out of sight. So if you enter a lane and then you back to your fountain, and then you go missing long enough, and then you cast your old decoy somewhere else, and then you gank another lane, right? That would be the only thing. Because if you go missing and you immediately cast a decoy somewhere else, then people are gonna be like, wait, she was just mid lane. That's a fake one. Hmm.
globally, deceiving enemies from lanes away.
I don't know.
LeBlanc is still great at bursting down champions, but you'll miss out on crucial damage from Sigil of Malice if you dump all of your abilities at once.
All right, so what happened here?
Damage from Sigil
So she
of
Q'd, her passive's
Malice if you
proccing.
dump
She Q'd and E'd at the same time before her
all
passive
of
even
your
procced.
abilities at once.
And this, oh my god, it took so long for the passive to come up that the Ezreal didn't take any damage. Like, look at the damage
Miss
that
out
she
on
dealt.
crucial damage from Sigil of Malice if you dump all.
Like, she landed her Q and E. This guy should be dead. I
Still
like
great
current
at
LeBlanc.
bursting
Level
down
13
champions,
LeBlanc
but
with
you'll
what it looks to be Abyssal from the aura.
Miss out on crucial damage from Sigil of Malice if you dump all of your abilities.
And her ulti too, right?
Bursting down champions, but you'll miss out on crucial damage from Sigil of Malice if
You
you dump all of your abilities.
okay.
Want to pay abilities to maximize your damage output.
That just looks like such a hassle to kill Ezreal. Jesus. She's more of a mage than an assassin. I mean, her passive is really strong, so you have to play around her passive. You have to like time your abilities right, because her passive is a 0.8 ability power ratio, and really good base numbers. So I'm pretty sure whatever you do, you have to just play around your passive. And get your abilities cost.
When you're the
Oh my
deceiver,
god.
feel free to get creative with your mimics. Pretend to gank top lane while you actually head towards bot lane.
Oh, it's the
Or
mind games.
pretend to gank top lane and then actually gank top lane.
What the fuck?
To learn more about the
Ah, what a troll sounding champion, dude. It's a boring champion. The ult does damage, the clone doesn't. Yeah, so you can just cast Related twice. It's much like the same, like this, the current ulti, right? It just also spawns a clone. Yeah, she looks. I understand the mind game stuff, but she just looks really weak. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Look at the numbers. So the Q, the cooldown's not. This isn't cooldown as live, but should be pretty short, right? It's not. They're not sure the cooldown on it. So I'm pretty sure the same cooldown, which would be. What is it? I'm pretty sure it's short cooldown. 6-second cooldown. Okay. 6-second cooldown. They buff the ratio on it. They lower the mana cost. And no longer applies to Mara because it's a passive now, of course. And if the Q triggers the Malice, it changes to the nearest ready Sigil of Malice, okay? So I guess in teamfights you want to just... Alright, so in teamfights, I guess what you want to do is just you W to get your passive onto a lot of targets, and then you take your W back so you don't get destroyed. And then you can use like flash and Q to get AoE off again. Fuck, I don't know. This is so confusing. What? It's so. It looks so inefficient. Because you need to W and then you have to wait 1.5 seconds to get your damage off. So you have to take your W back. And then the W cooldown is like the same as life, right? Which is, yeah, long enough. So you have to like flash in to get your burst down. Take W mech back and then mimic it to wait for passive. I guess you can use, yeah, you can use ulti back into it. But then you need to Q as well. So you take your W and then you ulti back into the fight and then you Q for the AoE. Oh man, it looks like such a bad champion. No, I don't have PvE. I don't know. I want to see her in action before. Yeah, the W damage got nerfed as well, and the ratio got nerfed. So they're putting the damage onto the Q and the passive. So actually our damage is from the passive, pretty much. This is like where the damage is coming from. Like this is a pretty big, like to wave clear lane you have to W and Q, which is going to be a lot more mana. 100. I mean, you're gonna be maxing. I don't even know what you max anymore. I think you're gonna have maxing. You're gonna be maxing Q. Wait, hold on a second. So the damage is the same. Okay, that's why it's not showing up. So damage goes up by... Wait, there's no way it's the same. If it's the same damage, then it's so shitty. This doesn't show the damage in the ability, but if it's total damage and it goes up by 50, then it's worth maxing. But this is when you proc it, when you proc the current one with Mark. But I don't know if, since it took it away, it will be this type of damage scaling, which is really shitty. Jesus. Alright, what's the cooldown on this? 54. Mimic to mimic cooldown. Oh, so you can have 2 cooldowns of this shit. Oh my god, so confusing. Empowering Mimic itself creates a copy of LeBlanc at a target location with global range. Once conjured, the copy will walk towards the nearest visible enemy champion, casting a fake version of LeBlanc's last used spell before disappearing. And the Empower Mimic cooldown is pretty long. This is at least a long cooldown, so you're not gonna be mind gaming left and right. You're gonna like wait your time. You shouldn't look at this cooldown for laning phase. 160 is the one that really matters to impact the map. The ultimate has a cooldown and also an internal cooldown, yeah. Yeah, the clone is real long. The ultimate cooldown also got nerfed though, by 14 seconds level 1, which is a pretty decent nerf for an ability like that. I don't know. This actually just hurts my brain to read because she looks like such a shitty champion, and there's so many changes to it. I don't think I'll be playing Anne LeBlanc anyway, so I'm not gonna worry too much about her. I'm just gonna wait for her to come by. Alright, boys. It's time for everyone's favorite, the 80 carry's favorite friend in solo queue. There you go.
Rengar succeeds by observing his prey from a distance and searching for that perfect moment to pounce on his target and secure the kill. Rengar's a knife cat that haunts the dreams of squishies everywhere, and this preseason's giving him more tools for the hunt while giving his opponents more space to react. And this preseason's giving him more tools for the hunt while it haunts the dreams of squishies everywhere.
Did it have
and this preseason's giving him more...
Oh yeah, so he becomes invulnerable to crowd control from what I'm seeing.
More tools for the hunt while giving his opponents more space to react.
Interesting.
With the exception of Bola Strike, nearly all of Rengar's abilities have been changed, so let's start with the biggest, his ultimate. Activating Thrill of the Hunt grants him movement speed and camouflage, meaning that he's visible to enemy champions that get too close, similar to Evelynn.
Okay.
While camouflaged, Rengar reveals the nearest enemy champion and can leap to them for a guaranteed critical strike.
Okay.
Moving right along, we'll touch on his two passives, Unseen Predator and Bone Tooth Necklace. Unseen Predator now maxes out at 4 ferocity, and leaping to enter combat gives him 1 stack right off the bat. After using any empowered ability, the Stabby Tabby gains a burst of movement speed to keep the hunt going.
Tabby Tabby.
As for Bone Tooth Necklace, trophies now increase Rengar's overall damage, but only stack on unique champion kills.
Okay.
Both the basic and empowered versions of his Q, Savagery, strike twice, once in an arc and then once in a line. It's also a skill shot now, so you can miss it, but it deals more damage and you'll look pretty cool. Finally,
So his Q is AoE, which hints towards Bruiser over an assassin.
there's overall damage, but only stack on unique champion kills. Both the basic and empowered versions of his Q, Savagery, strike twice, once in an arc and then once in a line. It's also a skill shot now, so you can miss it, but it deals more damage and you'll look pretty cool. Finally, Battle Roar now heals Rengar for half the damage he's taken in the last few moments.
Alright, so they put 10 pinch.
Battle Roar now heals Rengar for half the damage he's taken in the last few moments.
Half the damage he's taken. Do you guys see anything wrong with that? If you build tanky and you jump into the fight and get bursted down, you flash out and Jesus, man. Okay.
When
Half the
empowered,
damage
now,
she's taken.
but it deals more damage and you'll look pretty cool. Finally, Battle Roar now heals Rengar for half the damage he's taken in the last few moments. When empowered, Battle Meow breaks crowd control and makes Rengar immune to incoming.
What?
When empowered, Battle Meow breaks crowd control and makes
also
Rengar
heals him,
immune
right?
to a few moments.
The empowered W?
When empowered, Battle Meow breaks crowd control and makes Rengar immune to incoming CC for a brief duration.
Yeah. Okay.
When considering your empowered abilities, Savagery isn't always the right option.
Yeah, of course. You use W, man. You just dive the turret and then use your W.
Choosing the correct skill can be the difference
So
between
broken.
securing a kill or going home empty-handed. Here, empowering Battle Roar could have allowed Rengar to ignore CC and stick to his target for first blood. Or could have securing a kill isn't always the right option. Choosing the correct skill can be the difference between
So he gets his stack from jumping.
securing a kill or
Yeah.
going home empty-handed.
So he uses empowered Q on a meditating mastery.
Here, empowering Battle use it to scout out an area and get a sense lasts significantly longer than it used to. So you can use it to scout out an area and get
So
a
the
sense
ulti
of where
lasts for a
everyone
long
is hiding
time.
instead of just jumping on the first target you see. When you're sure that
Well, I guess it depends on like what type of cooldown it is. If the cooldown starts when it's casted, or the cooldown starts when it's finished,
your target is
then this ability might be broken.
isolated, go instead of just jumping on the first target you see.
But this type of
When
mobility
you're
and
sure that
vision
your target is
really
isolated, go instead of just jumping on the first target you
good.
see.
A lot of fucking damage.
When
This is
you're
guaranteed crit from the ultimate. Did that much.
Sure that-
And then he Qs while
Your tar-
stunned. While the stun animation goes through, he gets the key off. This is stun
Target is
darts. And then he's might it.
Isolated, go in for the
Alright.
kill. To learn more about the preseason assassin update,
Oh, okay. Alright, boys, let's look at the numbers now. Numbers, where it's at. Alright, let's see what Riot has to say about this guy. Rengar's issue hasn't been that his assassinations are too effective. Okay. His victims have almost no time to react to his attacks. That's fair enough. This makes Rengar's role a binary one. Recklessly dive onto targets with no hope of retaliation, or recklessly diving and getting obliterated, of course. Very binary. I guess update is focused on leveling out this extreme both for opponents. This means better map, better awareness of rankers on the hunt. More defensive tools so they can live to fight leap. What? Whatever. Okay. Let's see. We got attack damage growth stat down by 2. That is pretty huge. It's gonna be like a 30, like that's 36 less AD you get at level 18. And the base attack speed got demolished as well. One of the best attack speeds you can get to standard or very low attack speed base. So yeah, it's kind of shitty. Attack speed growth went up to compensate. That's a decent amount. Armor growth stat down by 0.5. Health regen up by a lot, which is nice for laning. Kind of necessary. Maximum ferocity. You now get your stacks at 4 and rather than 5. Okay. Let's see. Unseen Predator is the passive. When in Brush, basic attacks cause Rengar to leap to his target. Leaping generates 1 ferocity, as we saw in the video. At 4 ferocity, his next ability is empowered. Casting Empower ability increases Rengar's movement speed for a short duration. Okay, we'll keep this in mind. Killing unique champions grants Rengar their trophies, increasing the strength of his bone tooth necklace. Okay. The movement speed you get, wow, that is really good. This is so good. What? 30% movement speed at level 1 that is available to you. And you only need 4 stacks to get it off. And you get immune CC. Jesus Christ, this champion sounds broken for top lane. Oh, you can get away from any gank with this. These numbers are pretty insane. 30% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. And all of his power, I mean, his W and power seems pretty OP. And his E is always going to be the same, right? The E is the same. Yeah, so E is going to be a snare as well. The stacks are safe now. Okay, they disappear. Alright. So the stacks go away. Didn't read it here, but whenever a unique champion is skilled, within 1.5 seconds of taking damage from him. What? When you kill a champion within 1.5 seconds of taking damage from him? What does it even mean? It's so confusing. So if it takes you longer than 1.5 seconds to kill someone, then you don't get the bonus. I'm actually not sure how this works, guys. How this works. Okay. You don't have to take the kill. Alright. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. I always wonder why they wouldn't just put like assists or kills in a champion. Okay, whatever. Alright. So his attack damage is permanently increased. And it goes up by 30% if you kill all champions. But all champions is gonna be really hard to kill. Because assists last much longer. Yeah, you're right, actually. 1.5 seconds is pretty short, so you have to stick on someone. Yeah, I guess this is nice because if you get KS, it makes people not rage at others. Like, yeah, you just took my fucking bone tooth thing, dude. Instead now, if you're hitting someone and someone takes the kill at the very last second, it's still you still get it. All right. Yeah, that's gonna get away a lot of rage from people. Cool. So it goes 2%. This is pretty meaningless. 6%, still pretty meaningless. So this is where this gets good. At 12%, it starts getting good. Then 20, 30. But at 30, I mean, this 30%, I don't think you're ever gonna get in a decent game. Like you have to be popping off on Rengar to get all 5 enemy members killed. But one thing about it is that if you're playing a Brewster type of Rengar, you can definitely get this, because since it does count from assistances, if you stick on targets, if you make an effort to stick on any target specifically, you can get it done, I think. Alright. Now we get the Q is now AoE, 4 seconds instead of 6. The damage. What? Alright, slashes, 1 ferocity, both strikes to physical damage. Okay. So it strikes twice now, right? So that's why it says 120 per hit. Okay, so now they buffed the damage on this by a lot. It's like a skill shot now. They changed this from total AD to bonus AD. Alright, so you're gonna have to buy some actual AD. This is one of his main sources of dealing damage because it's such a low cooldown. Okay. Interesting. So you still want to get some decent amount of AD because this is pretty good scaling on your AD, and you're scalable bonus attack damage from your Q, which should be your main DPS ability. W, okay, cooldown got nerfed. Alright, that makes sense because W seems pretty OP. It doesn't grant armor and MR for champion hit. It's like Echo ulti. Cool. 50% of the damage he took in the last 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds. That is quite a long time for team fights. You can get like a Syndra ulti, like 2 autos from a Fed carry, and a lot of stuff in 1.5 seconds. But it heals to 100% of the damage dealt by monsters. Okay, so alright, jungling is kind of hinted at, obviously. If you cast this as well, you'll still be immune. Okay, so Empower W is what I'm thinking is going to be broken. Immunity to CC plus the heal. When you max his ability, you're going to be at 12 seconds, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it just seems pretty broken. Like, if you get 40% CDR, and since you now need ferocity stacks to get your empowered stuff off, yeah, that sounds pretty nuts. If you can just, this is like what I think is broken, because ferocity cooldowns you can get back pretty quickly, spamming all your abilities, spamming Q, W, and E to get this thing back over and over again. So this is a 4-second cooldown. So you can definitely get this, and E. What's the cooldown on the E? The same cooldown, because it didn't change it. So 10 seconds cooldown on the E. So this goes down to 6 seconds with 40% CDR. So 6 seconds, this will be from 4 to 2.4 So 2.4 seconds in the queue. This only generates one ferocity, right? Yeah, 2.4 and 6. Yeah, it could be pretty good. I don't know, we'll have to see. But this W seems pretty strong for a booster type. Half damage taken. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's pretty nuts. And power damage is lower. Okay, it's whatever. The slow is non-decaying now. Up to 90% of non-decaying slow for 1.75 seconds. That is a really strong. In 90% slow for 1.75 seconds, guys. That is basically a stun on your Empower E. So basically his power abilities are pretty strong. Actually, this is not even, yeah. I don't even know why you would even snare. Wait, it's not a stun, sorry, it's a snare, is what I'm trying to say. So why would you ever use Empower on Ball of Strike now? That you would actually have to the power one roots the target, right? But this is basically a root on its own. 90% slow. So you would never use this snare unless you need to cancel like a teleport or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, that seems pretty. His kit seems pretty strong. Through the hunt, Rengar activates. Yeah, cooldown down by 20. Duration doubled, pretty much. It doesn't say cooldown begins when it ends. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. If it began on cast, then it would be pretty broken. But if the cooldown begins when the Thrill the Hunt ends, then it's kind of reasonable. Takes 2 seconds for camouflage, yeah, whatever. 20% movement speed at all time. This is really good for covering distance. Yeah. It's really good. 20% for 14 seconds. You can get a lot of roams off. Cover a ton of distance. It's like a ghost pretty much. Jesus. The closest enemy champion within 2000 range. Okay. It's not as good, but I think it's still pretty good. So the eyes appear over the head of the target, visible to both teams. Okay, so people will know you're hunting them at least, so they can go to from 2000 range away. They'll know. All right. Before, the enemy team only knew if you were really close, but now 2000 range. Okay, yeah. The thing is now that after your ulti, you don't get bonus movement speed. They took it away. And the ferocity generation. They took it away for ferocity generation. Maybe that's why they moved the passive to 4 stacks. Alright. That's it for like the main assassin updates. Now they changed some minor things on the other guys, right? Like Fizz. So the ulti grows as the fish travels. Different sizes of sharks. Okay. Level 1 cooldown down by 2 seconds is pretty good. Alright, so Q is definitely 1.1 there now. Definitely really good for mana costs. Alright, W. Activated. His next attack deals magic damage increased by 300%. What? If the target has bled for at least 2 seconds. What's the damage in this? active damage. Alright, so yeah. 300% of this is still pretty good. Okay, so you hit him once, and then you wait for 2 seconds, and then you activate it and hit this again. Pretty much, right? Damn, it's gonna be so many bruisers. Like, I already think Katarina is gonna be a good bruiser. Talent could be like more like an assassin. With Q-Max, he could be pretty good for top lane. Rengar, yeah, he seems kind of nutty. With all the movement speed he gets from his passive and all this stuff. This, the Q seems really good, the buff, and then this, they're buffing the passive damage. So, by a good amount as well. 15 per rank. So yeah, you max W on this guy now, for sure, for top lane. Passive ratio gone down, yeah, that hints towards Bruiser. The duration is up. Alright. Resets his attack timer. Okay, that's also pretty good to know. It's like Jack's W. It resets his attack timer. And this gets tripled. This gets tripled if you hit them once. So you gotta hit them once, and then you wait 2 seconds, and then you hit him with the... So you auto move around a bit, and then auto W, tripling this damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of base damages. If his target has bled for at least 2 seconds, increase... Okay, they have numbers here. Okay, we don't have to do any fancy calculations. So. Yeah. So if you hit them once and you wait 2 seconds, you get up to a lot of damage, which goes down to 8 seconds. And with cooldown reduction, you can get this down even further down. So you have a ton of base damages to play with this new numbers. If the active kills a unit, mana is refunded, and its cooldown is set to 1 second. Alright, so you actually don't even need to max your E for wave clear anymore, because you can kill minions really easily with this, it looks like. Yeah, you just hit the minions once, hit a minion, hit another. By the time you're done, the first minion has bled for at least 2 seconds, so you can use the W active, and then yeah, okay, you guys can figure it out, but you can definitely last hit with this pretty easily. 20 mana is refunded. Actually, I'm full of shit because this costs a lot of mana. So you'll only be getting, yeah. I mean, it's still pretty good. Like, it refunds mana to help you last hit. Yeah, it's still nice. And the passive is applied onto enemies Fizz dashes through, or you can strike. Alright. Yeah, this is looking really strong, and this is a pretty strong 1 point wonder. The Q 2 seconds down at level 1 is a really big thing for gap closing and sticking to your targets. Having this ability to 2 seconds less is really good. 2 less seconds of cooldown on an ability you're gonna leave for 1 point, and you're gonna be maxing the W. E, the cost goes down by a lot. Damn, yeah, you're gonna max E second. Yeah, this champion might just be broken as hell. It looks pretty crazy just from reading this stuff. Because he's already really strong. The only problem with his E is his mana cost. And they're buffing the mana cost by 20 at max level. This is already a pretty strong ability. A good ratio, slow, AoE, the cooldown. Yeah. Fizz is gonna be a pain in the ass. Tank Fizz is gonna be a pain in the ass. Hope you AD carry mains have fun with these changes. I mean, I'm gonna be playing these guys myself. I'm gonna be playing the Bruisers. Chum the Waters. This is the ulti. So the delay before the shark goes up by 0.5 seconds. And he summons different sharks based on how far it's traveled. Guppy shark. Like a tiny ass shark. A pretty small AoE. A very low damage, 150. Slow, 40%, knockback. Yeah, okay. So 459.10. It summons the current shark, right? Okay, what's the range in this thing even? So the ulti range right now is 1275. So anything above 910 summons the Gigalodon shark. Right now the shark's at 200, so 50% slow. So it's a little bit worse than this one, than the middle one. 0.8. This one's 100%. So it's pretty much this one is what it summons currently. Well, you have a chance. You can get a shittier, a worse off shark if you cast it up close, which Bruiser Fizz tends to cast this up close a lot. So they just trying to make it better for you to cast it from a distance. And if someone gets caught by a shark from long range, they're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, 80% slow after getting chunked by this much. Yep, immobile carries are gonna have a fun time. Basically, if you can't dodge this thing from full range, you're just dead. If you don't have a flash or a dash ability to get away from this, and he hits you at full range, you're gonna get, yeah, you're just gonna get destroyed. Like, no mobility carries are just gonna be having a really bad time. %80 slow after it knocks you up and chunks you. Yeah. As a tank champion, I have fun carries. Yeah, stuff like Jhin, I think is gonna see more issues. Yeah, Jinx. Yeah, on a 1275 range ability. Yep. Yeah, it all still increases damage by 20%. Physical magic damage against him is increased by 20%. Yeah, it still does a lot of damage, base damages, and this is a lot of the damage is going to be empowered by Jesus, man. Yeah, okay. Oh, Fizz is going to be really strong. I'm feeling it. Now, Kha'Zix. Evolve Q refunds Q cooldown when cast on isolated targets. What? The Evolve Q refunds the cooldown if you cast an isolated target. So you can use like rip apart an isolated target is what this is saying. That is insane. The cooldown is refunded when someone's isolated. Holy shit. Refunded? So you can use Q. What the? Oh my god. That sounds broken as hell. It's not full refund? Oh, okay. 60%. Jesus, that just sounded terrifying to read. Alright, there it is. 60% of it cooldown. And the update cooldown to make up for it, okay. Yeah, their wording's pretty bad. I'd have to like pay attention to this a lot of time. Yeah, 60% is a lot. Like from 40, I would be 1.6 seconds on isolated target. I guess this is pretty nice. It's a good change because from 3 seconds to 4 is a nerf, but it makes it so you have to go for the isolated targets more often. But yeah, isolated targets are just gonna get destroyed. It's just such a low cooldown. Like this can go down to 1 second, pretty much, with some CDR. So yeah, tanks are gonna get destroyed. This is so much DPS. You just have to not be isolated against your Kha'Zix or you're just gonna get wrecked. The bonus damage is increased by 20% and the ratio is increased on its own. No. Riot. Oh, and they're putting an AD ratio on the passive. What? This had an AP ratio. I had no idea this had an AP ratio, but thank God. But now they gave it an AD ratio. Like, I already think Kha'Zix right now is pretty fucking strong. And they're buffing the ratios. And they're giving 20% bonus damage extra with another 0.2 bonus attack damage ratio. Jesus Christ, if you are ever isolated against casting, you're just gonna get destroyed. Oh. The W doesn't slow anymore. Okay, so they put the slow onto the evolved version of it. 80% isolated slow. Okay, so they use one Kha'Zix to be the guy who kills people who are like left alone or whatever. Like if you're ever isolated against Kha'Zix, you're gonna get shit on 100%. 80% slow. How long does this last for? It's probably lasts for like a second. I never remember that slow being too good. Two seconds. 2 seconds slow for 80% on isolated targets. So yeah, if you're ever isolated against a Kha'Zix, you can use like AFK. You can actually use like AFK. You're dead. Like you're not gonna get out of that. If Kha'Zix ever catches you out of position, you might as well just get your hands out of the keyword. Like you're just dead. %80 slow for 2 seconds. Seems good. Our invisibility duration buffed by 0.25. While evolved, Kha'Zix gains Void Assault's invisibility, movement speed for 2.6 seconds. So when you evolve your R, you gain the bonuses when you enter a brush while out of combat. So this gives you a ton of mobility. 10-second golden per. Oh my god, you can cover so much ground with this. What? And what's the movement speed on it? 40%. What? Are you serious? If this guy ever catches you out of position, he can get to you so quickly, and then you're just fucked. It's pretty much. Oh my god. So Fizz and Kha'Zix looked ridiculous so far. Rengar could be ridiculous, I'm not sure, but these two guys are for sure gonna be broken. Let's see a Kali. Actually, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take a few minutes break. I need to be back soon. See you guys in a bit. I'm not a citizen right now. I'm just a resident. Okay, let's keep going with this. I'm just wondering, is there a lot more stuff to this as well? Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff, okay. And there's also champion changes. Jesus, this is so many changes, holy shit, okay. I'm really taking breaks in between, because there's a lot of content. Alright, cool. I know you guys are all hyped for the election stuff, but let's keep it out of this Twitch chat, please. Let's keep it clean, boys. Music is too loud. I think my mic was just not close to my mouth. Alright. Passive causes Akali next to attack to heal and deal bonus damage. W teleports Akali to the cast location. Interesting. First two attacks have bonus effects. What? So this attacks against anything. Okay. Okay. There's a cooldown on it. What? Alright, so if you don't get the second attack off, it resets, but this is the cooldown it has. So you heal for the first attack, and then the second attack you deal bonus damage. Just base amounts. The ratio scales with it. The healing ratio scales with AD and AP, and the damage scales with AD and AP as well. Okay. Interesting. It has a cooldown, so you're obviously gonna get the healing, and then you look to trade with this one on the enemy champion. But it's, I don't know, it's such a weird concept. I don't get it. Whatever. So the Q is the same because I haven't mentioned it. W teleports Akali to the cast location, and the cast range is 250. So you get a 250 dash. Cool. Great. This is gonna be awesome. I can already tell. Retains the movement speed until she leaves the area. Okay, whatever. The E is cooldown nerfed. Damage buffed. The cooldown nerfed. Level 1 is a lot better. The ratio is better. If this kills a unit, the cooldown is refunded. Okay, so it's a lot of wave clear. You're singing a max. I mean, I know there's a guy on Challenger who plays a lot of Akali. He said that he likes to max Q for the burst. So we'll see. I think Easy's gonna be at 1.1 there. Okay. And the ultimate damage cut down by a lot. Oh, Jesus, this is such a big nerf to the ultimate. What? 100 to 50? AP halved? And the cooldown doesn't even go. Rest in peace. She actually just got destroyed. What the fuck? Rest in pepperonis, Akali. This is such a massive nerf. 50 damage? What? They halved the amount of damage that this is. In an all-in, this used to give you, say you had 50 AP, right? This used to give you 375 damage. And I was gonna give you like 200. No, not even like 200. What the fuck? Like, oh my god, this is... What? Like, she's the thing that made Kali strong is that her all-in potential on level 6 was really good, and that got her snowballing. But how do you expect her to do anything with this? Damage and ulti plus damage and passive. I mean, I guess, but this also has a cooldown on it. So it's just, you're only gonna get this proc once in an all-in. Oh. Tanky Kali's more worth it. Tanky Kali, not really. Like, after reading this guy, I don't see why you wouldn't play anything other than Tank Fizz. And if you get better results in Tank Kali. Like, with this champion in the game, I don't see why you would play a Kali at all. I don't know, that's my impression on her. She seems really shitty. Alright, Zed. Zed now gains a portion of the attack damage of champions killed with Deathmark for himself. Interesting. So, if they have a lot of AD champions, you get stronger? That is interesting as hell. So the W doesn't give you passive bonus attack damage. Okay, so it gives you more energy back, whatever. Shadow sub range longer. Okay, more outplays. The E. Sure. 3 seconds. Yes, whatever. Alright, R. Whenever Deathmark kills an enemy, Zed steals their shadow for himself, gaining a portion of their attack damage. Zed can only possess one shadow at a time, and only steals a new shadow if it would give him more damage. Okay, that makes sense. Otherwise, the champion would be broken. Alright, so Zed's not like the new guy from Dragon Ball Z that sucked his enemies with his tail and got stronger. I think it was Cell? Was his name? Yeah. Pretty much, it's pretty much Zed. Just kill them and get yourself stronger. 5 AD plus 5, 10, 15% of the target's total attack damage. Okay. This is not even much. Never mind. I thought Zed used to become a beast by killing everyone and stealing all their ADs, but yeah. One shadow that gives you this low of an amount. Like most people, you're gonna kill, we're gonna have like, what, if you kill an AD carry, 300 AD, right? You're gonna get like 35 attack damage. Like, this is a lot more than 35 attack damage. 20% bonus damage is a lot more than what you would get from killing someone. So, yeah, I don't see, this is just another Zed nerf. I don't see why. Yeah, this is just like a such a bad nerf. I don't get it. Does the E become a buff? Level 1, this is more damage, and at max rank, it does less damage, but it's in a lower cooldown. But Zed is a energy-based champion, so this being in a lower cooldown doesn't really mean much, because he's gonna run out of energy casting a weaker version of the ability. They did buff the energy return on this thing, so maybe that will help. I don't know, he seems a bit weaker. I don't think it's much of a difference though. Yeah. I don't think it's much of a difference, unless they have someone like an Illaoi who's 500 AD and you want to kill her or something, I don't know. It just seems pretty weird. This 20% is a lot better than anything you can get from it, pretty much. Because most of the time when say you're going to be stacking so much AD, that this nerf is going to hurt him a lot compared to what you can get from someone else. Unless he's like a Riven. Like, the best thing would be if you kill a Riven that has their ultimate on. That would be like the best case scenario. So that's like a Riven counter now, pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, because Riven gets the most AD in the game, right? Because with their ultimate. So, yeah. So Zed has to kill Riven now to become like super strong. Otherwise, it's just like a clear nerf, I guess. Oh, you guys are right, Jin. New Forever counts as bonus AD, okay. No, it wouldn't be Mundo. Yeah, I forgot about Jin. Jin and Riven would be like the main ones you want to kill. Yeah, Jin gets pretty nuts insane amounts of AD, so in case you guys like this champion, Jesus, Jin's getting screwed over so hard this patch. You have the Fizz, who fucks anyone that has no mobility with the ultimate. This guy has no mobility. You got Kha'Zix that if you ever pushed farming a wave to finish your Infinity Edge or whatever, he can go to you from like 3 screens away, ghosted, and then he slows you for 80% and kills you in 1 second. And then you have this guy who, if he kills you, then he's gonna pop off. The new Rengar with his passive? Yeah, but I'm talking about challenger games. I don't think this guy would get that strong. Maybe he could, I'm not sure. I guess he could, yeah. If he's really fed, he can get a lot of AD, yeah. 30% off of his AD. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Echo. Passive slow removed. Alright, good night, tank Echo. Utility is gone. Art triggers. The art triggers parallel convergences that Echo travels through while chrono breaking. Okay, this is a cool change. So you can stun people and you don't have to land on where your W is at. If you can just ulti through the W, you still stun targets that are in it. Base mana region once, whatever. Passive, no longer slows champions. This is so big. And they also nerfed the damage on it, just to like kick him while he's down. The slow on this is what made Echo broken. Like it's what made Echo tank possible. It was such a big slow. Yeah, slowing them by 30, 40, 50, 60% for up to 3 seconds. This is what made tank Echo possible. And they straight up just removed it. So tank Echo's probably just dead now. It has to be dead. The buff duration on this, so AP Echo is like getting some love, I guess. The radius increases by 50 as it hovers by in the end. Okay. And returns to normal, okay. The heal ratio is 20% plus. Okay. Flat health, okay, whatever. Chrono Break's heal is increased by 3% for each 1% of maximum health. Alright, so it's better with AP, whatever. And then they change. So tank Echo's gonna be dead. I'm pretty sure tank Echo's just dead now. All you can only do is burst Echo with AP Echo. AP Echo should be still good though. I think AP Echo will still should play. Tank Echo is probably just dead. Yeah, Echo had an extremely strong slow on his passive. That's what made tank Echo a viable choice, because you can slow a guy, slow a target for 60% for 3 seconds, and then you move on to the next target, slow them down, and all this whole time you're getting movement speed for your own. So this is what make the type of Bruiser Echo a pain in the ass, which is exactly what's gonna happen with champs like Fizz and maybe Rengar. Is that they have such strong numbers that they can just build tanky and just be a pain in the ass to deal with. But yeah, that's Echo. Bruiser Echo's gonna be dead. AP Echo's still gonna be good. Alright. Rather use Echo with Gauntlet, Paravolt. Yeah, use more AP, so go for like Abyssal, Hourglass, stuff like that. Haunting guys. Yeah. I like Leander's and Echo on the current Echo, so you're gonna keep that. So R leaves the nest of Jack in the Boxes on death. That's pretty cool. And W has more health. It's nice. Backstab, upon attacking a unit from behind, Shaco critically strikes them. Shaco Shaco can't backstab the same unit for a short duration. Alright, so against monsters you get extra backstab. That could be pretty nice. If they're targeting your Jack in the Box and you get 200% backstab crit against monsters, that helps you clear a lot, I would assume. 3-second cooldown per target, affected by CDR. Yeah, it's not too bad. The current passive is only like 20% bonus damage from hitting someone from the back. Yeah, 20% bonus damage when striking an enemy from behind. And this is a crit, so it pretty much is better than the 20%. It scales up to 45%, so yeah, this is definitely a better passive. It's definitely buff. And for jungling, it's gonna be a lot better. 200% crit is really good for the clear. So let's see. Deceive, mana cost down. It's nice. Cooldown down by 3 seconds. It sounds good. Cast time. Okay, it's whatever. It was random. The cast time is random on Deceive right now. What the hell? The passive is cooldown. Yeah, but it's only 3 seconds and it's affected by CDR. So I don't think it's a big of an issue because usually you come out of Deceive, you can only hit them once to your damage, and then yeah. I don't think it's a big of a nerf. At least in the passive, it doesn't sound like a big nerf at all. I don't think the alt. I would disagree with the alt passive being better. I think this is not a bad exchange, especially for this. This sounds really good on jungling for clearing. Like 200% is 5 times the amount of damage that you get right now when you are clearing, which is really good. So Q, stealth duration 1.5 goes up with levels on the ability. Okay. So no longer gives you crit strike, and now it deals damage. This goes with AP. Okay. It just gives you bonus damage, but your passive is the thing is gonna be critting them anyway. Dealing damage with Deceive lowers its cooldown by 2.5 seconds. Actually, this is really good. Yeah. I don't see this is a bad nerf or anything. Especially when you have this buffed and max level Deceive, you Q in. It just makes Bruiser Shaco also pretty strong. That's the type of build that I went for before with Sterak's, Triforce, and stuff like that. But yeah, 4.5 seconds is really good. Like, you stealth in. If you hit someone, it reduces this by 2.5 seconds. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Flat cooldown reduction like this, like whenever you have an ability that reduces a cooldown by a flat number, it gets really good once you have a lot of CDR. So you can just be such a pain in the ass. With 11 seconds cooldown, you get 40% CDR, would be like 4.4. So, or maybe like a 6.6 second cooldown on your thing, on your Q. So you use it, you stealth for 4 seconds. I guess it depends on when the cooldown starts. But still, a 6.6 second cooldown, you stay stealth for 4.4 seconds, you hit someone, and then you get this back for like 4 seconds after you hit someone. I think it's pretty nice. It's just a bigger emphasis on staying in the fights. Shaco's not gonna be more of like a one trick, like a one-hit wonder. It's gonna be like, oh, he appeared at this champion, is hitting him. Now he's running away. Oh, he went invisible again. Oh, he reappeared at that guy. He's hitting that guy. Yeah, if he starts winning Deceives, it will be broken. Yeah, it has to be. The cooldown has to start after you hit a target or whatever, or after you come out of invisibility. But yeah, this is just gonna be like the cooldown is the biggest thing with this thing, and yeah, I actually think that late game this seems like a pretty strong ability for like a bruiser type of Shaco. It seems pretty annoying, and you would have to have pinks and have sweepers to deal with this stuff. Yeah, the AP ratio on Shaco is pretty useless. I agree with that. but it does give you a flat amount, which is fine. And this damage also critically strikes, so it scales with crit strike a little bit, which you get from backstab. So yeah, I don't know. This is fine. Bigger box, 0 to 400 bonus health. This is nice. So they're not just useless later on. Arm time, okay. Instantly die to turret shots, and lose a minimum of 1/3. Okay, whatever. Now the E. They buffed the E slow by 10% at level 1, which is nice. What? Is this the damage? Oh, they added missing health damage, okay. I was about to say, what the fuck was this nerf? So the ratio is nerf. Wait, actually, this is bonus attack damage. This is bonus attack damage, and it went to total attack damage. So it means that Bruiser is better. Like Sterak's. This is telling me Sterak's. This is telling me Bruiser, like base damage. This is like carry Shaco, a lot of AD items. This is telling me Bruiser. And AP is whatever. It deals additional damage on the missing on. Okay, depends on target and health, whatever. This is not gonna slow monster attack speed, so you're gonna be getting lower in the jungle. But then again, in the jungle, you get a bigger Jack in the Box to tank more hits for you, and you get backstab crits. So yeah. And wait, is this unhit? No, this is the Shiv. Okay. What's the cooldown on this? 8 seconds. Yeah, Bruiser Shaco. It's pretty much it. This is Bruiser Shaco. This is not an assassin champion anymore. He's like a bruiser, annoying guy that's gonna deceive over and over again, and just assassinate people that are low. Yeah, this champion is not gonna be the Shaco you guys enjoy playing, that just pops out of nowhere and one-shots jump a champion. This is gonna be a champion that's gonna be just being a pain in the ass to deal with. This is gonna be like the new Echo, pretty much. With Deceive being such an annoying ability that if you get enough CDR, you can just have in like a 4-second cooldown that gives you like stealth, like perma stealth. Yeah. This is the Bruiser Shaco. This is pretty much Bruiser Shaco right now. What I'm getting from this changes. But he's not an assassin champion anymore. Alright, Hallucinate. I like how a lot of this stuff from Shaco is random. Like randomly, it's just you can just get 0.25 seconds. Sometimes you get 0.5 seconds. I don't know, man. Like, what is this? Even Riot acknowledges, like, oh, right now the time is like random. Like, why would you make something random like that? It just reminds me of Hearthstone, man. It makes me feel bad. 0.5 seconds. Okay. Alright, it's better, I guess. Better, more vulnerability, right? It's better. Damage to turrets, whatever. Shacon's clone now takes double damage from turrets. Okay. Tower dives with the ulti are less efficient. Okay. The clone can attack worse. That's pretty nice. Could be something useful. If you have extra duration on your clone, after you make a play, you can use something to clear wards, whatever. This is the big thing though, right? Now creates a nest of Jack in the Boxes upon death. These boxes activate together and receive damage together. Lasts for 6 seconds. And fierce for 0.75. And it does a pretty decent amount per attack. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Bruiser Shaco. I'm gonna be playing this guy. I'm gonna be playing this guy as well. Yeah. I actually think this Shaco is gonna be pretty good. I'll be trying him out. May not pretty good right off the bat. I don't know. I would have to try it out, but I think late game, he seems like such an annoying champion as a bruiser. The only thing that I don't like about this is that he has no wave clear. So you have to be like a teammate or something. I'm talking about top Shaco. Jungle Shaco is just It's gonna be pretty weird. But yeah, it's just a bruiser pretty much. You get constant jumps on this with decent base damages and crit. I don't know. I could be wrong about this. It seems like it's not a big nerf. Seems like it's just gonna be a pretty decent bruiser champion. It's not gonna be an assassin anymore. Seems like it's gonna be a decent bruiser next patch. Alright. I think that's it for all the champions. I'll do a quick recap. Talon, I'm gonna be trying top lane. The Q healing seems really good. Seems pretty useful for a laning phase. And this also seems really good to get away from ganks. So we can try this guy out, see how it works in top lane. Katarina I think is gonna be a really strong bruiser. She has a lot of mobility and base damages in her kit. And all these buffs are so huge for top lane. Like this base buffs are really good for Katarina. All this stuff. The movement speed doesn't matter. Just all this stuff is so good. For her. All this stuff. So many stats that she got for laning phase. So I'm gonna try her out. LeBlanc, I think she's pretty shitty from my from reading it. She seems pretty underwhelming. Rengar could be pretty strong. I would have to test him though more. The W seems really good, and the E they made this a 90% slow that doesn't decay. So you would never, pretty much right now you wouldn't need to use Empower E, because you pretty much your basic E is just gonna be broken in terms of slowing people down. So they want you to use your W to be like annoying as hell with this, or do like more damage or whatever. So Rengar could be good. Fizz I think is gonna be broken for Bruiser. I'm gonna be playing a lot. So we'll try them out. Kha'Zix, I think also gonna be pretty dumb. They just gave him too much scaling, and if you're ever isolated against the new Kha'Zix, you're 100% dead. Akali, I think she's gonna be terrible. Yep, her ulti got nerfed by too much. It's just too much of a nerf, and I don't think the passive makes up for it at all, or the mini dash from the W. Zed, he got nerfed with the ultimate changes because they took away his W, providing bonus attack damage. So, yep, I don't think it's gonna be good anymore. Bruiser Echo is dead because the passive no longer slows, which is the only utility that I had. So Bruiser Echo is gonna be dead, but AP Echo he's still gonna see play. And the Shaco, I want to try him as a bruiser, but I think the Assassin Shaco that people no one loves is gonna be gone. Trying to one-shot people is not going to be that useful anymore. Alright. Now we can move on. Stealth mechanics. Okay. Are they changing stealth? So, are they changing stealth and now they're adding camouflage instead of it? Twitch Q is not okay, so they changed this, guys. Twitch Q, Rengar ulti, and FE passive. Okay, so they're still invisible champions. Just some of these guys are not gonna have stealth, but rather. So Twitch is gonna get fucked, pretty much. If Twitch is revealed by proximity, Twitch is gonna be
impeccable decision.
The freest gank ever for anyone. Mess04F, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it, dude, and welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Yeah, Twitch is actually just... This is such a big nerf to Twitch. Jesus. He's the freest skill for bot lane ganks. If this works as a camouflage. Invisibility, Alright, so yeah, they have camouflage and invisibility. They nerfed Twitch, put in his invisibility to camouflage. So we'll see. Invisibility, shorter duration, tactical stealth, revealed only by turrets. Alright, so this is current invisibility. Kali W, Casks R, the Mimic, Deceive is invisible. Well, actually, this is Shaco's Deceive isn't even a short duration. It's 4.5 seconds to max cooldown, so it's still pretty good. Talons are, yeah, Teemo's passive, ulti, okay, whatever. Shimmer. Hitting stealth units briefly reveals their location. Interesting. Damaging an invisible or camouflage enemy. Skill shots, area of effect abilities. Oh, AoE abilities also practice. Will cause the air around them to shimmer, momentarily revealing their location but not making them targetable, or canceling the stealth effect. Okay, so you can follow an invisible target a lot easier now. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that it is. So it gives you a chance of knowing if you hit someone with an AoE ability. Because skill shots before you could tell if you're playing Ezreal and you throw a Q, it makes a sound that you hit an invisible target. So you kind of know. But the AoE abilities, a lot of times you don't know if you hit the target or not. But now they'll let you know. So I like this. I like this change, the shimmer thing. Wards, control ward, and vision ward update. Reveals camouflage but not invisibility. So this is a new ward added to the game. It costs much as a pink ward. 4 hits of health, same as a pink ward. Control wards reveal and disable nearby. Are these things invisible though? Or what? They're visible to the enemy team while they're actively disabling a ward. Oh, okay. Interesting. Do these things stay invisible like regular wards then? If they're not disabling something? Disable nearby hitting enemy traps and sight wards in a radius. Okay. So this is okay, that makes sense. This is the new pink ward. Alright. That makes sense. They took a pink ward and they added this. Okay. Thank you to chat. Alright. One control ward on the map, the same stuff. Yep, this is the same. But now it disables, reveals and disables nearby hidden traps. So it works like a lens, right? So if you place a control ward against a Teemo, then yeah, it doesn't even matter if you get hit by the shrooms. Or even if you're fighting a Teemo and he throws a shroom at you, or not, then that shroom will blow up, right? I'm not sure because this is a 900 unit radius. I'm not really sure. It's basically a red trinket. Yeah, I figured. Yep. So remove vision ward. They should have put this above this, so you can know. Oh, this is like the replacement for it. I don't know why they put the thing and then they said pink ward's removed afterwards. It's kind of weird. Oh. Ward wards. They grant more experience now. Attacking wards no longer proc lifesteal effects. Oh no, that's unlucky. Staying alive hitting wards was one of the most fun things before. After a fight, if you're almost dead, die into a poison effect or something, and you hit a ward to try to live. They took that out now. Ward experience. Sight Stone and Totem wards. 10 more experience. Okay, whatever. Control wards for the experience. I don't know if pink wards gave this amount of experience before. Far side wards. 5 more experiences, whatever. Let's just zoom a little. Feels bad. No more life stealing from this. Nasus nerf? Yeah, I know, right? Unlucky. Unlucky Nasus nerf. Assassin itemization, lethality. Flat armor pen has been replaced with lethality, which scales with target level. Yeah, this makes sense. When they're ahead, they're really ahead, but when behind, they're underwhelming. So they're making this thing scale with enemy target level. Grants 40% of its value as flat armor penetration, and the remaining 60% scales linearly with enemy level. Okay. So 10 lethality grants 4 armor pen up front, and the rest 0.33 flat armor penetration per enemy level. So for level 10, they give you 3.3. Is this what? I'm not sure if I like this. Capping at default 10 once enemies are level 18. Yeah, I'm not sure how I like this. Is lethality cheaper than armor penetration? We'll see, I guess. Precision. About the same amount of flat armor penetration, except now it's lethality. Yeah. So instead of 0.6 plus 0.06, so 5 points is what matters. Before you used to get 3 armor pen. Okay. Plus this amount. Alright, so lethality is 3 times. Pretty much 3 times as much as armor pen. That makes sense. So this makes sense. Yeah, so 40% of this is what you would get up front. And then the rest scales to... So it's definitely a buff, the armor penetration now. So anything that gave you armor penetration now is going to give you more scaling. So it's nice. It's a nice buff for assassins. Lethality is worse than old penetration early. I'd have to see items for it. Or runes. Okay, this is good. These now grant lethality instead of flat armor penetration, and they break even at level 12. Break even at level 12? That sounds awful. .6 lethality to 1.28 flat armor pen. That sounds so bad. Because you only get 40% of this up front, and then the rest scales with levels. Yeah, it sounds really bad. This mastery got buffed, but armor penetration runes are not good anymore, pretty much. This is shitty. Breaking even at level 12 is so bad. Yeah. No thanks. Have your pen runes also break even at 12. This is such a late point in the game to break even with the current runes. So the only thing that got buffed was this mastery. The precision thing got buffed. Because instead of 3 armor pen, it gives you 8.5 lethality, right? So that's really good. Oh wait, but it also took the scaling armor penetration, the scaling per level on this. I still think this is as good, or maybe maybe it's just the same. Hold on, let me use the calculator for this. 3.3 times 18. That's 5.4, so it's 8.4. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, so this is the same number. All right. So the kind of mastery is the same. It's just that the flat armor penetration runes and hybrid pen runes are nerfed. So the mastery, this mastery, kind of mastery, is the same numbers. It's just that the runes suck for armor pen. Alright, well, whoa, where did it go? Okay. Alright, Serrated Dirk, AD up, unhit damage after kill removed, out of combat movement speed added. Interesting. 5 more AD is nice. It's like 175 gold value added to the item. No longer grants flat armor penetration. Now it grants this, which breaks even at level 8, so this is a really good buff. So Serrated Dirk's a really good item from what I've seen from this. 15 lethality is good for 10 flat armor. Yeah. At level 8 you get the same stats and it gets better and better. No longer provides the next damage, whatever. 20% movement speed. Oh no, never mind, I'm retarded. 20 movement speed while out of combat. Okay. That's still pretty good. And then this turns into... Okay, so this is the jungle item. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good item actually. They buffed the value by 175 gold on this. 5 AD, so it's 175 gold value more. The armor pen's better because by the time you buy this, you're gonna be around level 5, level 6, whatever. So this is like the same, and it gets better per level. And then it gives you movement speed instead of the bonus AD, which I think is fine. It's a fine trade. This could be useful as well. So yeah, I think this item's gonna be pretty strong. It's definitely an early buy. This item's only 1k gold, so, or 1100 gold, so it's pretty good. This costs 750, long sword plus 400. Okay, movement speed out of combat, and transforms automatically into this. Okay, so this is a pretty good item for junglers now. Another option. Now, does this give all the goodies that you get from... No, so this is something different. Rewards aggressive junglers and mid laners for trespassing into enemy territory in the early game. These stats are not that good though. Like for how much gold it costs, you just get a 1580. It's not that good. Yeah. Movement speed is what makes this good. Like these two things are good, so you need to make use of movement speed. So get mid laners with good wave clear can make use of this, and then you go take camps. Yeah, just mainly junglers. So yeah, you have to definitely get the value out of it. I mean, yeah, you get 350 gold for free when it turns into this, which is nice. And also this item is a pretty strong item, so yeah, this is really good too. If you can get it upgraded, it's such a big snowball item. No, you should be able to buy the Serrated Dirk as well. They didn't say that you can't buy it anymore. I think you can still buy this. It's still an item you can buy, but it's just that this transforms into this. It's another way you can get a Serrated Dirk. It's pretty much. Edge of the Night. Serrated Dirk upgrade. Channel for a spell shield. Okay. 60 AD, that's fine. For a 3100 gold item, 60 AD is pretty reasonable. 35 MR, that's fine. Lethality is whatever. I mean, it's just the lethality that their Dirk gives, right? Yeah, 15 lethality. It's the same lethality. Movement speed's the same. And it has an active. No, please. Channel for 1.5 seconds. To grant a spell shield that blocks the next enemy ability that lasts for 10 seconds. So you sit still. Channeling means you sit still casting an ability. You activate this item and you sit still for 1.5 seconds, and then it gives you a spell shield for that blocks one ability for the next 10 seconds. Okay, can move while channeling, okay. And damage breaks the channel. Okay, that's not bad then. I was about to say, if you channel, like it's a regular channel where you just stand still, that is pretty shitty. But if you move while channeling, it's fine. 45-second cooldown, okay. Not sure what to think of this. Could be really good for a carry that doesn't want to get one shot by like a Rengar or something like that, but then again it lasts for 10 seconds. Yeah, this is definitely a carry item though. I don't see this building on a Bruiser, because Bruisers are gonna get hit by so much stuff. Like just a spell shield on a Bruiser is not good, on like a tank is not good. It has to be on a carry that's worried about getting one shot by an ability. So if you're jumping into a fight, if a fight breaks out and you're a carry champion, or even an assassin, if you're in a 1v1 situation or something, you can block an ability. Yeah. The thing is that it's really hard to time it, because you have to channel it, so it's hard to time it. It's not like you activate it and immediately you get the shield like Sivir does. It's not the same as Sivir, because you have to channel it, so enemies can play around it. So I'm thinking like the best way to use it would be like preemptively channeling before you get into a team fight or a skirmish, or if you're a Talon and you don't want to get CC'd, but then again you're gonna be hit by so many spells that I don't think it's gonna be that good. Good against Veigar, but then again Veigar will just Q you. You just throw his Q at you to cancel the spell shield, and then he would just combo you. Like that's the thing. If it was instant, then I think this could be a pretty good item. But since it's channels, I think enemies can play around it. But yeah, for the 80 carries, this is definitely gonna be best in 80 carries. I agree, because if you are afraid of getting hit by stun, getting hit by a Blizz hook or something, or like a flash Malphite ulti, that type of stuff, then you're good for the next 10 seconds. So if a fight breaks out and you have no flash, then this is pretty good. If you're playing a Malphite against a Malphite, for example, as long as you keep your distance and don't get hit by anything, that would get rid of the shield, then it would be good. Yeah, I would think this is best as an 80 carry item, personally. But the fact that it has lethality makes it better for targets that want to go after squishy targets. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Not sure how to feel about this item. Yeah, rest in peace Karthus ulti. Definitely a nerf like Karthus for sure. Look for Corinne. Build it on MF before you want to ulti on MF. Yeah, actually that sounds pretty good. You're someone that you're gonna get hit by something, and you wanna. That's why I said like for carries is the best, because you can stay away from getting hit by random stuff. Alright, Duskblade. Mini death bar removed. Deal bonus damage after being on scene. Okay. Deals bonus damage after being on scene. So Kha'Zix and Shaco come to mind. Disable nearby enemy wards when spotted. Disable nearby enemy wards when spotted. When spotted. When you are spotted, right? When the champion that has this item is spotted, it disables wards, right? This is so confusing. This wording is so confusing because you don't know if when you spot the wards, like say you have it's just so confusing. I don't understand this wording. I guess it does work that way. Like when the wards spot you, they get disabled. Okay. Talon's AD no movement speed, no 5%, but it gives you the straight direct movement speed at least. When you have the ward spotted. Alright, just read it below, okay. Lethality, okay, whatever. Alright, so it doesn't have the execute. Now it gives you Night Stalker. After being unseen for at least 1 second, your next basic attack will deal 50 plus 2 per lethality true damage on hit. Okay. I think this is gonna be a really good item for a bruiser type of Shaco, for sure. Shaco's gonna have a lot of invisibility in his kit with the deceive cooldown, so this could be good for him. So making this your only offensive item, and then the rest tanky stuff could be pretty good. Just jump on a carry, go invisible, wait for another carry to jump onto, etc. Unique passive. Blackout. Disable nearby enemy wards for 8 seconds after being spotted by one. Okay, thank God. They fixed the wording here. They made it more readable. What the fuck, Twitch chat? Come on. Strong on Shaco or Wukong. On Shaco, I would think so, yeah. Wukong, I don't think you have the invisibility spamming for that to work. If you're not stacking lethality, wouldn't Triforce be better on Bruiser Shaco? Yeah, that's right. It does give you a CDR. The thing is that, yeah, +2 per lethality is really nice. Like this already gives you 30. Because the item gives you 15 lethality, so you get 30, you get 80 true damage on your next basic attack every time you go invisible. 80 true damage definitely adds up. So you can get Duskblade of Drakthar, and you can also get a Serrated Dirk, for example. Because I think this item is good enough on its own. Just having this on one of your slots is going to be pretty good, I think. Oh, this is, no, it's unique passive, okay. Wait, no, lethality is unique, right? Yeah, so lethality, you can only have one lethality item then. This is unique. Yeah, I don't think you can even stack lethality items. Runes and Masters give lethality, yeah, that is true, but like I said, the runes are pretty bad. Like the lethality runes are bad because they break even at level 12. But if you have items like this, then lethality becomes a little bit more viable. Let's see. Let's see runes again for lethality stuff. Yeah, each mark is 1.60. This is not even much. No, you wouldn't get much out of this. It's not worth it. You can't stack the same item. Okay, same items. Okay, so lethality you can. Okay, my bad. So then, if you get Duskblade, and you can also get a Serrated Dirk, you could be good. Unique passes have the same name. They cannot stack. Yeah, that's what I thought. Kind of like Black Cleaver and Triforce both have the Rage passive. It's called Rage. And this is a unique passive called Lethality, which does also have the passive Lethality. So yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, unique passive name can't be stacked. Okay, so this is unique passive. This doesn't have a name then, right? So the lethality is not gonna be on the item then. Alright, whatever. If it stacks, then it could be good. If it doesn't, then it's not gonna be that good. The name is not lethality, okay. That is just the patch notes name. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so then it does stack. In which case this becomes a lot better, because this item is already pretty good. Serrated Dirk's already efficient enough. And if it gives you 30 bonus true damage, because this is plus 15 lethality. Onto this is another 30, so you're gonna be doing 110 damage. Yeah, imagine Brewster Shaco with 110 true damage on hit. Could be good. Yeah, this could be good. You can make a lethality based build. If there are more things, more items that scale with lethality, like this one, like this is a pretty decent scaling with lethality. If there's more like this, then I could imagine you getting lethality runes. But right now, lethality runes seem pretty shitty for RF so far. Let's see, Ghostblade. You move faster, but it no longer grants attack speed. It's cheaper. Instead of armor pen, you get 20 lethality. This is not good at all. 20 armor pen is a lot better than the lethality that it would give you. Man, it's unlucky. Because Ghostblade is an item you would get earlier on. You would really want the flatter armor pen by the time you get it. Yeah. I'm not sure if I like that much. Yeah, Kha'Zix passive is also as well, but it's only for his ultimate pretty much. Yeah, this is gonna do a lot of damage to our Kha'Zix as well. I'm just thinking about Shaco, because Shaco has a lot of invisibility pretty much. Item of Vayne when she tumbles. Yeah, it's only good for her ultimate though. But yeah, it could be good. It's more to damage, yeah. Yeah, lethality is gonna be shit without Dustblade. I'm kinda leaning towards that as well. My book meta reliant. It has a lot of concepts that transfer over, so yeah. It will help you learn more about the game for sure. Yes, not. I limited the stuff that it was specific to the meta. Alright, so Ghostblade, instead of giving you 40% attack speed, it doesn't give you the 40% attack speed. That is such a huge value lost on Ghostblade. 40% was such a big deal. It went down by 300 gold. 300 gold equals 12% attack speed. So this is like a 28% attack speed nerf. It gives you ignoring inoculation and it gives you the passive, the faster passive thing. So yeah, I don't know. But apparently this stuff you can stack with other items because you have a name. So this passive can make you play fast. I don't know, man. Ghostblade seems pretty inefficient for a lot of champions that used to get the item. This is purely going to be a assassination item that scales because it has lethality with other lethality items. Yeah, you can stack these items. So you can get a lot of movement speed out of combat, which is really good for assassins. It's just the attack speed was such a big deal, I think, and now they're just cutting it out. So I'm not sure who I would buy it on now. We'll see. Mob Mortius builds out of Caulfield's Warhammer instead of a Dirk. Okay, so they give CDR now. Because he's Warhammer. It does not give armor penetration, it now gives CDR. Okay, that's fine. And the passive, when lifeline triggers, gain plus 20 AD. Oh wait, this is super good then. What? Interesting. They buffed this item a lot for bruisers that build this item. Like Jax is benefits from this a lot. And any bruiser really. Yeah, 2080 bonus. I think CDR and, armor, and the flat armor pen are pretty exchangeable. I don't think it matters much. But yeah, Maul looks pretty nuts. 2080 for free. 700 gold worth of stats added to the item. That is really good. Okay. He just doesn't have the armor penetration, which is fine. I think 10% CDR and 10 flat armor penetration, you can argue which one's better for your champion. Both I think are pretty decent options to have. But they just gave it 2080 for free as long as the passive gets procced. Lifeline is the passive that triggers once you get low enough, so you get the shield from the Maw. It's just when the shield procs, you get the life grip thing, or the lifeline or whatever. Okay, Living Jungle. Alright, so I think we're done with a lot of stuff. We're almost, wait no, we're still here. Living Jungle, there's a lot to go, holy shit. Oh boys, we're in this for a long time. Okay, Living Jungle. Introducing plants to the Rift. Preseason is here. You wanna have new things on the Rift. They wanna make Summoner's Rift feel more alive. Okay. Cool. Different plants spawn in on the map during certain parts of the game. Okay, cool. Red is Blast Cone. Okay. So I saw the video on this. So the Blast Cone, like, knocks you back. Depending on where you kill it from, it knocks you back an amount. So you can go over walls by killing a Blast Cone. So yeah. This could lead to some very troll-looking escape, like very annoying-looking escapes from people. You just kill a Blast Cone plant and you just get out of like danger. Yeah, okay. I think the green ones give you regeneration, they give you health and mana or something, and then the blue ones give you vision around the area you kill it. Yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about this. I think it could be a good addition. It'll definitely make a lot more things more dynamic. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Like, what I'm thinking is, if a melee champion is trying to get close to a Blast Cone to get over the wall, like in the example in the video, there's a Nunu that goes over the dragon wall with that Blast Cone right there. But I'm thinking if an AD carry, someone in range, kills it first, and then they knock that target towards them, it could be a pretty good thing to have. Spawn times for plants are really high. Okay. The first one spawns at 115, 125. And inner cone respawn time 5 to 7. What? Outer cone, what? An inner point toward the center of the quadrant. So Blast Cones spawn in 2 spots per jungle quadrant. An inner point toward the center, and an outer point near Baron and Dragon. Okay, so I see them, the Dragon and Baron, once on each side, and then the close ones to the jungle. Okay, sure. So they both take like 5 to 7 minutes to spawn. Okay, whatever. 5 to 6.5 minutes. Okay, the same thing. I think with plants, like one thing about you guys need to understand as well is I guess we can compare this to runes in Dota. I don't know if you guys play Dota here, but in Dota they have these things called runes that are very random and they spawn at specific points in the map. And they do make some games more interesting and makes players adapt to those things. So that's the way I see the plant system. Is that I feel like it could be useful to play around it and add more depth to the game and strategies and stuff. So, yeah. I think it could be fun to see them be played. Definitely don't think they're terrible or anything, at least from what I'm thinking. And okay, so the fruits give you 3.5% of maximum health each fruit, and drops 5 fruits, so you get 17.5 of your maximum health healed if you kill one of these honey fruits. Interesting. Okay. And it slows you down when you're eating the fruits. Okay. I guess it's nice. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it would be that impactful. Yeah. I think the plants could be a good addition to the game. There's another random thing that spawns and people have to play around. I think it's always fun. Anyway, let's move on. Smite no longer gives you bonuses. So you no longer get Raptor's buff, the Clearing Vision, the Wolf's Spirit buff. Interesting. But now you get a lot more healing. And they nerf the recharge time. What? So they nerf... What the fuck? They nerf Smite, pretty much, right? To just heal you for more, but that's not always going to be useful in some champions. $15 seconds more to the recharge. So there's no more Raptor's buff, there's no more Wolf Spirit, there's no more the poison from Grump if you're a tank. Okay. I guess the biggest thing is just the Raptor's buff for junglers that want to gank. Smite the Raptors so they know they're not being seen. Yeah. I guess the biggest thing out of this is Raptor's buff. Not being available could hurt junglers a lot with ganking efficiency. And the fact that 15 seconds of recharge time just got nerfed. I don't understand this one, but okay. Like, this doesn't really matter for a lot of junglers. So, yeah. Machete, on-hit damage up by 5, and lifesteal by 2. Okay, that's nice. So they're making Smite not as good, but they're also buffing Machete. They're not buffing the other one though. So it's just Machete that's getting a buff. So on-hit junglers or junglers that rely on attacks and lifesteal are gonna get buffs for this, I guess. Yeah, all plants have fixed spawns, right? That's what I just read from this. So that's why I think it's gonna be that bad. Like, it would be pretty troll if you're running away from like a 3-man gank and then randomly a blast cone spawns in front of you and then boom, you get out. That sounds pretty dumb, but since they have fixed locations is why I think that it could be a pretty good addition. Alright. Monster spawn and reward changes. Monster gold and experience rewards up. Monster respawn times longer. Okay, so counter jungling hurts people more now. Clearing a camp with counter jungling clearing hurts people more. Small camp respawn by 50 seconds. It's a big number, right? You always liked going for the big changes, don't you? Monster levels now fall into 4 brackets depending on the average character level in game. Okay. The first clear gives about the same amount of gold experience. Taking Krugs gives more. Really? They're buffing the first camp for bot lane duos to take again? Rewards across the game slightly decreased, so junglers are not gonna get as much. Or the rewards decreased. No, okay, I'm not really sure how it works without seeing the numbers, but okay. Camp updates. Blue Sentinel don't have the small guys with them. Okay. The Raptors have 2 more little Raptors. Oh boy, mid laner is gonna have a blast stealing all these Raptors and boosting their CS scores. Seems good. Krugs. Ancient and a Krug. When you kill the 2 Ancient, spawns 2 Krugs. When Krugs are killed, they spawn 2 mini Krugs. What the fuck? Oh, Krug spawn 15 seconds after the other camps. Alright, so this is what nerfs people doing camps. Like, at least the Krug, you can't do as a bot lane, right? If this is the same, then yeah, okay, then there it is. That's what I thought. Grump spawns 50 seconds after the other camps. So they nerfed camps for bot lane duos. So you can't do the camp anymore. Alright. School change. So now, I think bot lanes are gonna just be... Yeah, it's gonna be Leashin for... Actually, what are gonna be Leashin for? Red start junglers? Blue start? Yeah, junglers are gonna start their main buffs. And then the duos can help them leash with that. Or go to lane early, depending on what they want to do. Yeah, top laners, they're just gonna buff, they're just gonna leash the main buffs now. Yeah. So jungler starts red buff or blue buff now 100% of the time, pretty much. Wolves are unchanged. Okay, whatever. Rift Herald spawns later and hits less hard. 20 AD nerf, that's pretty good. Spawns at 10 minutes, so you can get this with less risk involved. That's nice. At least for me, top laner. I like this to be weaker so you can contest it, like it. So this is an easier objective to take. And 6 minutes, I think it was too early. I don't think anyone did Rift Herald that early. Like, people did Herald usually like 10 to 15 minute mark. Most of the time. More around the 15 minute mark. Like, most people did Herald around the 15 minute mark. Like 6 minutes was too early of a spawn. So Ivern might be OP. Well, the thing is, they are buffing how strong the camps are. So yeah, they're buffing how strong each camp is, and they're nerfing how they respawn. So yeah, I think Ivern's gonna be... This is an Ivern buff, like technically, yes. Because of how that works. Like, they're making the camp stronger, but makes him longer to respawn. But then again, like this Krugs, when it killed, they respawn another Krug. So if Ivern kills the original Krugs, do they just spawn the little ones, and then how is he gonna clear those? I'm not sure. At least for Krugs, I don't think Ivern can clear it in one go. They might be able to, I'm not sure. Elder Dragon is no longer more difficult for each Drake you've taken. Okay. That's good. That puts more emphasis on teams that are taking dragons and doesn't like hurt them today, dragons. Alright, that's cool. Aspect of the dragon duration up by 30 seconds. It's also nice. Okay. Smite cooldown is Ivern nerfed. Yeah, that is true, because Smite really helps Ivern. He takes all the crows in Glengo. Okay. Yeah, because Krugs right now are they give a lot of stats. They give a lot of golden experience, pretty much. Alright, minions. As the game scales, some class opt out of engaging with minions, blah blah. Melee minions, health growth over time increased by 60%. That's a lot. And range minions as well. Oh wait, no. What? So they're buffing the health of melee minions and then nerfing the health of range minions. Melee minions no longer gain attack damage as the game progresses, and range minions now gain 100% attack damage. Okay, so they're making a pretty big difference here. They're making the range minions really deadly when protected by the melee minions. But if you go to a lane, you can easily make it slow push by killing the range minions. Alright. No, I don't intend this to make a video out of this. I just wanted to stream something today. That's about it. Didn't intend to make a video of this or anything. Because it's been almost 3 hours that I started this stream. Just reviewing this in depth, pretty much. Okay, so there's interesting change. Oh, all right. Turrets. 2 years ago, we made inhibitors, blah blah. Inhibitor Nexus turrets fire laser bullets. Okay, so they don't shoot lasers anymore. They don't have the laser. Okay, they shoot bullets again. Okay, this whatever. The bullets now deal a fixed % of minion max health. It's pretty interesting, actually. So now, even late game, you want to have like minion waves destroy a turret, pretty much, or you don't have the turrets take forever to take down minion waves. Like I at least use inner turrets, because outer turrets you probably be gone by late game, but inner turrets, a lot of time you had like 30 minutes into the game, and then inner turrets just die to minion waves because they take so long to clear the melee minions. So now they're just making it so they die in 3 hits for melee minions. Always takes 3 hits for melee minions to die, and it always takes 2 hits for ranged minions to die. Alright, that's a nice thing. So now after 2 hits, the melees will be at 10% HP, so you can last it throughout the entire game. It's going to be that way. And then this is going to be 30% HP on the ranged minions. So last hitting should be easier. Last hitting under turret is easier now. Okay. Cool. Minimap icons. Reducing minimap clutter and improving icon readability on important objectives. Okay. The turret minimap icons now change at turrets. Oh, really? So you can tell if a turret is slow on your minimap. That's cool. Plants also have icons in the map once you gain sight of them. Okay, cool. The turret damage is the same. What? Whatever. Alright, Aegis. Aura removed. This is a pretty big change. No longer grants the annoying Majesty's aura that casters hated. The AoE champions with magic damage hated. It's no longer in the game. So AD carries cannot just get buffed. Like squishy champions cannot just get buffed with this over their squishy stat line. So this makes assassin champions like magic damage champions a lot deadlier. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with Swain as well. As champs like Fizz, yeah, they're gonna be doing a lot of damage to champions that don't itemize magic resist. Zed ulti, yeah, Zed's change was a nerf in my opinion. Okay, what did it do about this item? 10 more magic resist, and it gives you armor now, but no longer grants you health and base your health regeneration. Okay, in my eyes, it's just a nerf all across the board. I mean, obviously the aura is really good, and it got removed, so, but these other stuff look like nerfs as well. Locket, aura, and health removed. The shield part of it and the magic resist got increased, and he has armor now. Okay. So how much does he shield for now? It no longer grants CDR. Oh man, that sucks. No longer grants 400 health. What? So now it gives you a ton of magic resist. Grants a shield that absorbs up to 35 plus 35 per level damage. That's pretty nice. This is a pretty nice shield. Okay. Decaying over 2.5 seconds. So you have to time it properly or it's gonna get less efficient. And I think the cooldown is longer now. 90 seconds. I think it's 60 seconds on the current one. So now a level 10 support can buff these teams for almost 400 HP shield AoE. So it's pretty good. Like this locket could still be built. But like I said, you have to time it right because it decays over 2.5 seconds. So you wouldn't keep the same amount of shield. Life is hard as it gets. Banner of Command updated, redesigned, now a tank item. Okay. Now it gives MR, gives armor, it gives resistance, gives 400 mana, that's pretty weird. And CDR. Okay, this is just not a good item. This is so much mana randomly put in here. If this was health, I would totally buy this. Or like something health, like 250 health. Could be useful. But it's so much mana. I'm not sure if I like this. This is a lot of mana put into this. Yeah, I'm not sure how strong it's gonna be. This doesn't look that good. Itemization, Enchanter, okay. 50 gold cheaper for an idol. Okay, this is a buff. Chalice now duplicates bonus mana regen. Duplicates bonus mana regen, bonus health regeneration. Increases to percentage base mana regeneration, now also increase base health regeneration. Oh, so you get a lot more benefit from this one, right? Okay. Healers who invest in mana regen now get to spend less of the mana. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is good. Okay, Redemption. Redemption gives one more spell, bringing both a heal and a damage. Available even after death. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Enchanter. What am I trying to push this class into? 2100 gold, 400 health, 75% base health regeneration, which is pretty mediocre. 75% base mana, CDR, healing, shielding power. Okay. Unique active. Target an area within 550 range. After 2.5 seconds, call down a beam of light to heal allies for 130. Interesting. Plus 20 per target's level. Okay. Burn enemy champions for 10% of their maximum health as true damage. And deal 250 true damage to enemy minions. Jesus. It's just like a massive blast that you call down on. Can be used while dead. It actually sounds pretty fun. you just get like a triple kill even while you're dead as like a Soraka. That'd be pretty fun. I want to see that happen. That sounds hilarious. But yeah, the stat line is decent enough. It gives you a lot of like useful stuff for casters. And the fact that it has a delay, I think you might just want to save this for when you're dead. Like if you get targeted as support, you're still gonna make use of this. So you can be really patient with this. And since it has such a long delay before it goes down the beam, it's a typo. It's 5500. So it's 5500 range around your corpse if you're dead. Okay. Interesting. But like I said, this you have to wait for the right time to use this, and you can even wait to die to just wait to get the perfect moment to cast it, because it has a 2.5 second delay before it even comes by. So this sounds like a pretty interesting item. The stats for the gold cost seem pretty decent, and the impact this could have in a team fight seems pretty big. So yeah, I'm interested to see this for healing champions. It's on a channel, yeah, I know, but it's like delayed ability for 2.5 seconds, which is a pretty big time. Okay, Ardent Sensor, less unhit damage, but now grants an unhit heal. 5% more attack speed, 10 less magic damage. Cause their basic attacks to restore 20 health. 20 health per basic attack. That sounds a lot better than the 10 extra magic damage and hit. Jesus. Like, this could be pretty hard to deal with on carries. And it's 100 gold cheaper as well. Yeah. It sounds pretty good. Or like a Kog'Maw that's healing 80 health per second with this. Yeah. Oh boy. Right, we make a typo. I'm not sure if it's a typo or not. Yeah, this one seems good. This change to Ardent Sensor seems more useful. Mikael's Crucible. 300 gold cheaper. Base mana regeneration nerf. Increases. Okay, so this is a better thing with Chalice. Cleanses all stuns. No longer heals, but has no travel time and grants your target slow immunity. Successful cleanses also grant them movement speed. So this grants slow immunity for 2 seconds. And if you successfully cleanse an ally's crowd control on them, it gives him 40% movement speed for 2 seconds as well. Interesting. Oh, Kog'Maw doesn't have it anymore? I haven't seen Kog'Maw in forever, so I don't even remember. They've changed that champion so many times. I guess Lucian would be the best in terms of like attack speed champions go. Bioarcane Barrage, bonus attack range and deals bonus damage and hit. Okay, so this is why Kog'Maw doesn't see any play. My bad. Alright. So this is good for your frontliners now. This is good to use on your tanks that are gonna be getting into a fight. Slow immunity for 2 seconds. 2 seconds to slow immunity could be really good. Into a champion like Thresh, for example. If Thresh puts the box down, you give your engager the Mikael's Crucible buff. So they just have field day with it. Athene's it's just cheaper now. So I think this is cheaper by 150. I guess that's nice. Warden itemization. Damn, there's so many things, dude. I'm like getting so tired of reading all this shit. Are we almost done? Ah, this is such a long patch. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. I'll be back in like a few minutes. Alright. So where are we at? Warding itemization. I'm not gonna play after this. Ranked is down for today, like I mentioned in my title. So I'm not playing today. And I don't think I'll be doing any normal games or anything like that. So I'm just gonna do this with you guys, check out the new patch with you guys, and then I'll be done for the day probably. And I'll be streaming the new changes tomorrow because the patch should be coming tonight. Alright. This subs game. What are wardings? I have no idea. Riot has some pretty interesting titles like to give champions sometimes. Wardens have a lot of tools to control team fights, throwing crowd control left and right. But when so stuff like Braum, champs like Braum, I guess. When it comes to protecting a single target from damage, they often find themselves unable to help out. Okay, so those are the type of champs they're talking about. So we have this item, 400 health, 20 armor. It's pretty meh. Base health regeneration, I guess, whatever. A buddy system, so like 6 Harbinger. You link someone, you link yourself to someone. If your partner is nearby, gain 15% movement speed when moving towards them and 40 additional armor. Okay, that's pretty nice. Unique passive. I got you, fam. God damn it, right? If your partner is nearby, heal for 20% of the damage your partner deals to champions, and redirect 20% of the damage your partner takes from champions to you as true damage. Healing and damage redirection are reduced by 50% if you're ranged. Okay, so this is a melee tank support item, 100%. So I'll buy this on my Poppy support. Braum's gonna benefit from this. Yep. Yeah, Leona could be good. There's any melee champion that will take damage from the enemy. Oh wow. The active on face on the mountain that also shields you. Active now also shields you when casting an ally. And now also shields the nearest low health ally when cast on yourself. That's pretty cool. That's another entire shield. So they're buffing melee supports by a lot with these two item options. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Like the tank supports are getting buffs with this. That's nice. So right now in this meta, a lot of range supports and lane dominant supports is what's winning a lot. So adding more scaling to those tanky guys could be pretty good. If you can make it out of any phase, you get rewarded by more utility, which is nice. Item efficiency pass. We're bringing the costs down or the stats up. Everything must go. So Eye of the Equinox is getting a nice buff, 100% is nice. Or they add base regeneration. Oasis 300 gold less. Seeks Harbinger 100 gold less. Just like that. Just a buff, 100 gold buff, just nice. Talisman 100 gold buff. Frozen Heart. That's the name I like to see. 100 gold buff. Okay, cool. Because Frozen Heart right now, for top laners, it feels pretty bad. But if it's 100 gold cheaper, then it starts going back to where old Frozen Heart used to be, which was pretty cheap and gave you a lot of stats for it. Champions. Alright. We're getting to champion changes. Gameplay update for Alistar. Passive and E are conceptually swapping places. Alright, let's see what I have. Alistar gains Triumph stacks when applying hard cry control to enemy champions. And when enemy nearby units die, healing himself and the closest ally when it reaches 7 stacks. Okay. So CCing more people heals you more. Cool. Can gain Triumph stacks for 3 seconds after it procs. Whatever. No longer stuns targets for 0.5 seconds. After the knockup ends. Okay, so they're reducing CC on Alistar. So you're not gonna stun after the knockup. Trample on the E. He tramples, so the E is no longer a heal pretty much. They give out to the passive. Tramples the ground for 5 seconds, damaging nearby units every 0.5. The damage is pretty mediocre with a really bad ratio, over 5 seconds. Okay, whatever. Every trample pulse that hits at least one enemy champion grants Alistar 1 trample stack, capped at 5. At 5, his next basic attack against a champion deals 40 plus 10 per level additional magic damage and stuns the target for 1 second. Interesting. So you can get all 5 stacks in 2.5 seconds as long as you're near a champion. And then after that, you can smack them for a decent chunk and stunning them for 1 second. But the cooldown is so long that it's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah. You need to be in the middle of a lot of people, pretty much. Like if you're in the middle of a lot of people, you get the stacks a lot faster, and then you can smack people for like more quickly. Like smack a guy, and if you're sitting on more people, you can can you actually perma stun people with this? Is what I'm thinking. Like if you're sitting in the middle of 3 people in a team fight and you have the trample going on, you smack a guy, stun him for 1 second, and then you build the stacks again, you smack him again, you stun him again. That would be pretty funny. Oh man, no longer grants AD while the ultimate is active. Feels bad. No more fun Triforce Alistar shenanigans. Oh, you can only get 1 trample stack, limited. Every trample pulse that hits at least 1 enemy champion grants Alistar 1 stack. Okay, so it's just 1 at a time. Oh, okay. So it's 2 stuns max, okay. Yeah, we've been talking about the patch for the last 3 hours. It's a pretty big patch, and I'm doing pretty long review, so yeah, it's taking a while. Alright. Twitch. Ambush now camouflages Twitch, which is a nerf, for sure. They buffed the duration on it at least. It's nice. Twitch gains 30% movement speed near an enemy that can't see him. That's cool, but all I'm thinking about is that Twitch is going to be such an easy target in lane to kill. Like, Twitch laning phase is going to be so bad now, because he doesn't get stealth, you just get a camouflage. But if you're getting ganked as a champion with no mobility, yeah, this guy's going to die a lot. In my eyes, at least. Alistar top? No, that doesn't sound good. W. Curls the casket, adds a stack of deadly venom to all enemies struck, leaving behind a cloud of toxic gas. Okay. And the cloud stacks the venom 1 per second. Okay, it's whatever. And the ulti got renamed. Thank God. This name was just Riot, please. Spray and pray, that's what I'm talking about. And they got some skin updates that look pretty cool, actually. Okay. Some pretty cool updates in the splash. Cool. So basically, Twitch is gonna die to ganks a lot easier now. The W is kind of nice though. It leaves a lingering effect for you to get more stacks. Ivern. Key cooldown decreased. Actually, I don't know much about Ivern, so I'm not gonna give my thoughts on this. But it looks like buffs because Ivern's not that good right now, so they're buffing the Q. This is like the gap closer, right? Yeah, 2 seconds down. That's good. The summon gets a little bit tankier. Yeah, just whatever. Kled remounts more quickly and W damage down. Okay. Well, a buff and a nerf on a champion that's already mediocre right now, so I don't think Kled's gonna see play. Twitch Q no longer takes longer to stealth him. That is true, but it is no longer as invisibility. It's a ambush. It's a camouflage. Which camouflage, if someone's close to you, they'll see you. It's like Evelynn, pretty much. So that's what makes him really bad when you're getting ganked by a jungler. Before, if you get a ganked by a jungler that didn't have a pink ward, you could get out. But right now, you just die to any ganks, pretty much, because he's a pretty slow champion. Flat magic resist reduction replaced with magic damage amplification. Okay. Nearby enemies, champions take 10% more magic damage. I guess this is fair because, yeah, like this is saying, Aegis no longer gives more resistances. So if Abyssal worked the same way, then Squishy champions we just get demolished. We just get run over by bruisers with Abyssal. Yeah, so this made sense with the nerfs to the Aegis. This makes a lot more sense. Twitch jungle, yeah, I think Twitch jungle is better now for sure. With the increased camouflage, you can get through wards. Like 10 seconds in this is really good for ganking. Like getting through wards with Twitch jungle, for sure I think is better. But yeah, I'm talking about just like laning Twitch's wards now. But I think, yeah, jungle Twitch, I didn't think of that, but definitely a buff for it. Increasing his camouflaging time, so you can get sneaker ganks off. So yeah, this changes make sense of it. So on hit damage on Hextech reduced. Alright, nice. It's gonna Take away some pain off of the cannon lanes. That's good. Hextech Protobelt, damage from multiple bolts down, and AP scaling down. Okay, Protobelt nerfs. More cannon nerfs, pretty much. And whatever champion builds this too. Like some rumbles I've seen this do, even though I don't like any rumble myself. Mastery. Double Sword is tier 4 mastery. Fresh Blood. Jeez, so many changes, boys. What the hell? Big juicy patch. Interesting. Your first basic attack against a champion deals an additional 10 damage. This is so minor. But it is good in ranged matchups. You're playing a cannon against like a melee champion, or Jace against a melee champion. This helps with extra poke. It's not bad. Well, the thing with Abyssal is that right now Abyssal is a good option for magic assist, but with the aura, it had a weird interaction with the Void Staff pretty much. So mages that want to get Abyssal earlier on and they want to get a Void Staff later on, this is better for them. But mages that wanted to stack a lot of penetration items, this is gonna hurt them. So on my Swin build that I take it out of pen, this is gonna hurt me for it, but then again, Aegis no longer gives magic assist to carries, so it's a fine exchange. This is a 90-second cooldown on this, and then double-edged sword. Alright, they're buffing this to 5% from 3. That's a pretty impactful mastery. Increased damage taken 1.5 to 2.5. Okay, it's fine. The 2-to-1 ratio was kept while they changed the numbers, so it's just more impactful mastery. Fresh Blood and Gangplank. Oh my god, yeah, it sounds so obnoxious. Okay, yeah, Abyssal is better against tanks, pretty much. Bounty Hunter provides the highest bonus if you can manage to stack it. I mean, I always took Bounty Hunter before over the Oppressor one, so I'm fine with this change. I think it's pretty sweet. 7.5% instead of 5. So the rank guard mains are gonna go nuts with this. Battle Trance, safe and guaranteed, but takes time to ramp up. Gains up to 5% increased damage over 5 seconds when in combat with enemy champions. Oh, that's cool. So for Brewster, this is a Brewster mastery. You want to stay in the fight. It's like a Pharaoh battle pretty much. You want to stay in the fight and it increases efficiency as you keep fighting. Oppressors removed. Alright, cool. Keystone. Pharaoh battle changes. Yeah, I'm not playing Elite today, guys. I'm only doing patch review. I'm not playing at all because ranked is down. The only thing that's going on is that there's a massive patch for the preseason, and I'm reviewing all of it right now. So it's taking me 3 hours so far, 3 hours and 20 minutes. So Pharaoh battle, hitting champions with basic attacks and abilities generates a okay. This is unchanged, whatever. Maximum stacks now 10 instead of 8, and the stacks last less. Oh, okay, so stacks now grant attack damage. Interesting. Very interesting. So now it benefits those champions that have 80 skilling. So Jax, for example, Jax gets really strong out of this too, because Jax has really sick 80 skilling. You can get up to 60 attack damage bonus off of this, which is nice. But then again, the physical damage per stack is also really good. So I'm not sure how it equates. What do you guys think about this one? Because this stacks pretty slowly. If you want to stack it with abilities, it stacks really slowly. AD scaling champions for sure, but one thing you guys can remember is that they changed it from 8 stacks to 10 stacks. So it's gonna take you a while to rack up the stacks, especially if as a range champion, because you're only gonna be getting 1 stack per auto attack. So still on fast hitting melee champions, you're gonna stack it the fastest. So I'm not sure. Oh, actually, guys, actually never mind, because it's I was thinking of Fizz, because Fizz stacks it fast, but he doesn't have any AD scaling, so never mind for that. Yeah, for AD carries, it's gonna take you a long time to stack this as an AD carry, so I'm not sure, because you get 1 stack per auto attack. On Renekton, yeah, it could be good. I think Renekton could be good. Because you stack it faster with W, and yeah, you have some nice ratios. Anything that stacks this quick and also has good AD ratios benefits from this. So I think still on Jax you would just get this over anything else. And he has some pretty good AD ratios anyway, so you get some stacks before your ulti, and then you get like 60 AD before your ulti. That is decent. Yasuo on Tryndamere. Yeah, could be fine on them. Illaoi buff. Yeah, but Illaoi would never stack this quickly though. Yeah, she does have the AD scaling to go with it. I'm not sure. It's such a weird change. Riven against tanky champions. Yeah, I think for Riven for sure this will help her. I mean, not like she needs help, but yeah. Thunderlord is also good on Riven, so I'm not sure. Good with Shyvana, yeah, but then again, the ult effect was better on Shyvana, right? But Shyvana does have some AD ratios in her W and Q. Fiora, yeah, I think on Fiora this is really good because she stacks it quickly enough because her Q, and she has sick AD scaling. So yeah, I think Fiora for sure will be good for this. Lucian, yeah, Lucian will stack it, and he has some decent AD ratios. Yeah, I'm not sure. I will have to test this and see how it feels, but it's a pretty weird change. I'm not sure who would be really good on. Since out top, yeah, anything that stacks it quickly enough and also has the AD ratios to go along with it will be pretty good with it. Like for example, Ezreal would still be good with that mastery because he has a lot of AD ratios, AD scaling. Like his Q and E and ult, he has AD scaling. So yeah, and also it scales better with crit because it gives you AD, right? Yeah, this is what I'm thinking would be the best because Fiora has really good AD scaling in her kit, like her passive Q and E. I mean, an ultimate and E all have AD scaling, and she can stack the fervor really quickly as well. Urgot, or I think Urgot scales stacks this quickly enough though. Olaf, Yeah, Olaf could stack it. Yeah, decently well. Maybe. Yeah, the AD is, yeah, it's okay on Olaf. Doesn't Eve's E apply 3 stacks? Maybe. Yeah, she does have some AD scaling as well, right? 70% on a 1.5 second cooldown. Yeah. Stuff like this and stuff like Renekton that can stack up the fervor pretty quickly is really good on, I think. Because Renekton also has some good ratios, or decent ratios on his ability. On Kled, yeah, could be Kled. I think Trundle scales with AD as well though. What about Pantheon? Yeah, it could work on Pantheon. If you go for an all-in, an extended all-in, you stack it with your auto attacks and your Q, and it definitely has the scaling. Jesus, 140% bonus AD scaling. And 210 when he crits. God damn it, Pantheon hates you with a passion. Alright. Yeah, let's move on so we can actually get this finished. We're almost done, guys. We only have a little bit left. Yorick, I'm not sure about Yorick. Aatrox. Actually, on Aatrox, it could work pretty nicely. Because Aatrox has really good AD scaling on his W, Q, and E. Or decent AD scaling at least. Fervor for Riven? Yeah, I think it would be good for Riven. I think this master is good on Riven. Fervor battle. Jace can actually get 6 stacks. Oh yeah, for sure Jace is good over this too. Yeah, Jace is pretty sick, 80 ratios. And he can stack it pretty quickly on range form with W. For sure. Alright. Cunning Tree. What do we have for Cunning Tree? Green Father's Gift. Stepping into brushes, Guster uses your next damaging attacker ability to deal 3% of your target's current health. Interesting. So this is good for support champions that want to hide into brushes and then hit a champion to harass. I mean, it's kind of weird though. The concept is just weird. Like, oh, you get a buff from walking into a brush, and it's called Green Fathers. The Green Father's gift is that you. It's like, I don't know. The concept's kind of weird, but I guess he's all right. Hey, what's up, Joy? This is best on ranged supports that are trying to harass.
Impeccable.
There's no difference between ranged and melee with this. Thank you for the resub, baby. Appreciate it, man. Welcome back. Good for Teemo. Yeah, it's fine. On a lot of like side lane pretty much. Mid lane is useless. It's good for range top laners that hide into brushes to harass. It's good for range supports that hide into brushes to harass. Pretty much. Yeah, Green Father's on cannon seems like a pain in the ass. Green Father's cannon with this mastery as well, with the fresh blood. Your basic attack, your first basic attack against the champion deals additional. Jesus, this is such a nightmare. Precision. Precision is pretty much the same, but precision now gives lethality, and lethality scales with a Dustblade of Drakthar. So if you're gonna go for Dustblade of Drakthar, I think precision is a good one to take, because this translates into 17 true damage that you get from Drakthar. Green Father Mundo.
Impeccable decision.
Rio Do, thank you very much for the sub, and welcome to the stream. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for using Twitch Prime on the channel. Definitely appreciate the support. Alright. Resolve Tree. Tanky Tree. What tankiness do we get? Siege Master. Gain 8 armor and magic resist when near an allied turret. That sounds really shitty. It's a tier 2 mastery. So if you're gonna get pushed into turret all day, well, actually, yeah, it's a lot of stats. Like 8 armor and magic resist is a lot, but it's only useful in laning phase. In matchups where you're gonna get shoved into turret and harassed. So say you're playing Malphite against Kennen or something, you're gonna be on the turret all day. So this gives you a lot of tankiness for that. Yeah, you would only take this if you're getting destroyed in lane. Oh yeah, if you're getting pushed in. If you're in any matchup that's gonna shove you into turret over and over again and poke you under the turret, this is actually pretty useful. In terrible matchups that are gonna get shove you in, this is pretty useful. So against champs like Rumble, for example, anything like Kennen is the one to think about that pushes you in and harasses you under turret. 8 armor magic resist is really nice. Yeah, like this guy is saying with a yellow name. 8 armor and magic resist versus 2 basic attack damage reduction. I agree with that point. 8 armor and magic resist is really nice. Depends on what the range of it is. It says near an allied turret, but it doesn't say how near you have to be. Yeah, tier 2 resolve isn't useful right now, I agree. It gives tier 2 resolve right now gives you movement speed when you're in river, or it gives you 2 less damage from basic attacks. Both are pretty meh. Hey Super Legend, how you doing, man? Alright. So tier 4. Fearless. Extra mitigation at the start of a fight. Gain 10% bonus armor and MR. Plus 2 flat armor and magic resist per level when damaged by an enemy champion for 2 seconds. Okay. When would this be useful? Because he has a 9-second cooldown, so if you're playing against a champion that has a lot of all-in potential, or like it said in a fight, instead of a fight, it would be pretty good. Yeah. By level 10 you get 20 armor and MR out of this, which is pretty sweet. But then again, it's only for 2 seconds with that 9-second cooldown. Tower damage range? Yeah, it could be. Hard engagers? Yeah, definitely hard engagers. I'm just thinking laning phase is kind of weird to make use of this, because people can just poke you and then go for a trade after your Fearless is down. But in team fights, I think you can make use of your Fearless pretty nicely for full tank champions or pretty tanky champions. I think it's a pretty solid mastery. 10% resistances and the 2 per level is really good. It's only 2 seconds, which is kind of shitty, but even then, the cooldown's not that long, so you might be able to get this twice in a fight. Yeah, you have no control over it. I agree. That's kind of annoying, but yeah, it's still. I think it's still a pretty decent one. So String of the Ages is removed, and they're adding this one that I saw a lot of people question. This is like the most the mastery that worried most people when they read. You gain a shield for 7% plus 7 for each additional nearby enemy champion of your maximum health for 4 seconds after hitting an enemy champion with hard crowd control. Okay. This says plus 7 for each additional nearby, but it doesn't say that you have to hit those nearby targets with CC. You just only have to hit one guy with CC. and then anyone that's nearby buffs you even further. So I don't even think you need to be AoE CC, right? It can be a single target CC as long as there's any nearby champions nearby, right? Is that correct, guys? Alright, so yeah. Stuns, roots, suppressions, taunts. Yeah. This thing on Alistar support is fucking insane. It's such a big shield. Maximum health too. It's not even current health, it's maximum health. I think at least you'll be at least getting 20% health out of this. You're at least gonna be getting 3 targets off. I mean, to be honest, you're not gonna have like people clumped up together very often, right? I'll say 21% is very realistic that you get off a lot of the time. Elysian Insect is 42% shield, yeah. Knock up, knockbacks, yep. I think realistically 21% is what you're gonna get for targets nearby. The thing I'm worried about is that String of the Ages. With this mastery being gone, a lot of squishy junglers are gonna be having issues. So they're removing, like, they're nerfing squishy junglers that rely on String of the Ages to get their tankiness. Like, this being removed is really big for junglers right now. Yeah, I think realistically 21% is what you're going to be getting out of this. So we'll see. High threat targets in team fights with this, like Jax or Aurelia. Yeah, could be, I'm not sure. Yeah, all you need to do is land a stun on any CC. You get a pretty big shield for 4 seconds. It's nice. The cooldown is really big, so you only get it once off per team fight. Yeah, Trundle E is a knockback, so yeah, you're gonna get the buff out of Trundle E. Yeah, that does count as one. Yeah, I'm not sure who like how this master is gonna shape out, but I think it's pretty interesting. The biggest nerf that I see is this. This is gonna screw over a lot of junglers right now, make them a lot squishier than they are. 300 health from String of the Ages was so useful for a lot of junglers, and now they're gonna have to deal with being so much squishier. So we'll see. Yeah, it's looking that this is gonna be a very bruiser and tank meta. From all the assassin changes that aren't really assassins, we're not bruisers. Is looking like what it's gonna be. So anyway, there's replays coming up. There's battle training, which I think is sand mode or sandbox mode. You can just practice your stuff, practice skill shots, practice flashes over the walls or whatever. It's nice. Games drafted in new champ select will automatically order to the scoreboard by roll. This is cool. I used to do this all the time. Just reroll stuff, but now I won't have to. Keystone and Vladimir. Maybe Deathfire Torch would be best. Alright, end the season. boy. Did all you guys get this? Does most of you guys get this skin? This skin looks sick. The Victorious Maokai. Or any of you folks who managed to hit gold. Looks pretty sick. It reminds me of Protoss. This guy looks like a Protoss unit, like a Zealot or something, is what it reminds me of. This Maokai skin. Finally, let's see Chief Challenger. Be sure to verify your email addresses. We're verifying, send instructions for ordering your physical rewards. Oh yeah, baby. So I'll be getting 3 of these jackets and 2 of the medallions. And this thing's not loading. There we go. I'll be getting 3 of these jackets, and this medallions look kind of shitty. Hopefully it's not how it's gonna look, but we'll see. Alright, and the ranked updates. Cool bug fixes. Wow. This looks pretty sick for Karthus. Looks like Vladimir. This does not look like Karthus. I guess it was Karthus before he died. Jace Brighthammer. Interesting. Bard. What? Oh, Bard is so troll. Oh man, this skin looks super troll. Alright, it's kinda cool. Oh, the Nasus. World Breaker Nasus. I wanna be playing this. Trundle and Nautilus. Oh, this one looks cool as well. Alright, boys. Man, that was a long review. Jesus. Streamed for almost 4 hours today. Only doing review stuff, but at least I think we all got a pretty good idea of what stuff's coming up. This is such a long patch. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. I figure I might as well stream, make something out of my day, because I usually stream during the day. I stream League of Legends ranked games, in case you guys didn't know. But the rank is down today, so I figure I might as well just do a review. Yeah, hopefully you guys learned about the patch with me as well, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my opinions as well. But the patch should be coming tonight, so tomorrow we should be playing on the new patch. I'll be trying a lot of the new stuff, the Fizz, the Shaco, the Katarina, the Talon, all that good stuff. We'll be trying tomorrow on stream. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and hopefully you guys come back tomorrow at around 11 Pacific time, which is when I stream. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, everyone.